Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome. Happy Sunday. We are here for All About Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, yes, this live is strictly about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Just like I did with Real Housewives of Potomac, it is just going to be about everything about the show, how I feel about it, how I feel about the direction, how I feel about the characters, what I thought about the show, what I think about the show now, talk about the reunion. I'll have somebody come in the panel with me, answer some questions. Let's have a communication. Let's have a talk because it will be a good thing. I have promote this way long in advance, so people knew about this already. So I'm ready to hear y'all thoughts and opinions, and just as much, and I'm ready to talk about it. So if y'all come in, please hit that like button. Welcome, subscribe to my channel if anything. Also share this video out, and let's get into it. Hey CM, how you doing, boo? How are you today? And everything. Let's get into it because baby, I'm ready to talk about it, and I know y'all ready to talk about it too. And get through the all nitty gritty. Let's talk about everything up in the sun and also stuff that happened outside the show. So hopefully everybody's come in. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. So people on Facebook and Twitter, welcome. If y'all enjoying my content and y'all watching this right now, please, if you can, hit my go to my YouTube channel, Mizzle 14. The name is there, and subscribe to my channel so you get other future content. So not everything is going to be uploaded on Facebook or Twitter, but most of my lives are. But everything else, you need to have been subscribed to my channel to get everything. I have a good time here. I enjoy myself doing these videos. I like to have a good laugh and like to crack on people, kiki, and let's joy. So I welcome y'all. Please share the video out if you can. Anything else, that's how I get better and bigger and better. All right. What's going on? So while I give people a chance to come in, let me do my outro. Hey Tracy Boo, how you doing? Yes. After catfish, yes, catfish are coming back with January. So I must mention that on the TV show's update. I'm ready to come back. I heard this was gonna be 10 episodes and the UK version's coming out. I don't think we'll review the UK version. I'm just gonna talk about I'm just gonna watch it and see how it is, and that's it. But I'm gonna continue to review the American version. All right. All right, let's get into it. Let's start the show's update and give you updates on my channel. And then let me just talk about, and let me go jump right dive into it. Ask people want to talk about it. People should be coming in and everything because everybody should know what's going on here. And let me share my live of last week. If y'all missed my Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion premiere live, please watch it if you can. Catch it because I did it last week. It was really good. I mean, it was okay. It's introduction. It's too many people on that show. It's too many people on the cast, but we get to it. And later on, I probably do a lot, a watch along later on for Power One, the latest episode. So if you're not subscribed to my Instagram, please do. Here we go. All right, let's get into the show's updates. You like the background? Look at this. Yeah, got the background. It's like they have a hate Erica season. That's how I'll say it. Because a lot of people have issue with that girl. Yeah. You can't handle my mouth. Like she said, that's a famous line of her. All right, let's get into these shows update. So, Real Housewife of Salt Lake City is on season 2 on Sundays on Bravo TV. Is really good, and it seems like a lot of these ladies are figure felonies or not felonies or at least criminals or people who will with someone who's criminal activity. It's like, there, y'all all have some freaking things going with the law. I mean, lately, Whitney husband is doing some scamming stuff as well. I was like, what? That's why she was so knowledgeable about everything. And you know how she was bullet putting everything. Oh, this happened, this and this has happened this way, and this happened that way, and A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, and all that stuff. 1, 2, 3. She was saying everything that we all need to know, and we was all here for it. And you know how excited she was explaining everything. I said, don't be excited, girl, because it about to turn right next to you next season. So hopefully next season you got the answers and say, listen, or you gonna be Erica. Oh, she might be Erica Jane. Be snotty and snappy. Mary Cosby, everybody's going down. Shoot. But it's good, y'all. So if y'all haven't watched it, catch up with Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, it's one of those gems that it would catch up on you. And it's like, oh, snap. You would think it would be good, but it's good. P Valley Season 2 premieres in 2022. It's on Stars. So hopefully when they give us a release date, I'll put it up and I'll update it. Power 2, Book 2. Ghost. Hey, Renee Boo, how you doing? It's been so long we see your presence here. Everything. Book 2 is on Stars. Like I said, if I'll probably do a watch along tonight. If so, y'all follow up on my Instagram and you will see the link that I go on live. All right. And it's apparently it's good, y'all. It's really good. The episode's really good. And I said, oh, snap, they doing their thing with Ghosts. Power Book 4, hopefully they do a good thing with Tommy's storylines. Called 4, Season 1, premieres February 6th on Stars. So catch that. And yes, I will probably do watch alongs for that as well. Ready to Love Season 5 on Fridays. I'm ready to the end. I'm ready to the reunion because it's like this lady, I don't think no couple, I don't see any couple that's worth standing for this season. So I'm just ready. These people is getting my nerves. So I'm going to catch up. And I guess when they get to the finale and everything, I do an update of Ready to Love, how I feel about the season. Insecure Season 5, HBO Max on Sundays. Our Kinds of People Season 1 on Fox on Tuesdays. Queen Season 1 on ABC on Tuesdays. And Games People Play Season 2 on BET on Tuesdays. So I got to catch up. I got to review it. After I finish the Housewives of Miami review this past Wednesday, I'm going to binge watch. Everything of these shows and hopefully I can catch up for my scripted TV live. And I posted a link up anyway of that live. So it's already created. So hopefully y'all get in and put your calendars for that day. It's on a Monday. But I'll talk about that when we get to the future on my channel. Next. Portia Family Matters on Bravo TV on Sunday. Well, I smack my TV like that. On Sundays, I did episode 2. I talked about that recently, and I got review episode 3. I don't know if I'm gonna review it, but I will watch it and we probably talk about it. Harlem on Amazon Prime. I talked about that recently, and I did like an overview of the show. If you haven't watched on Harlem on Amazon Prime, please do, and it's really good. Oh, let me see. It's really good. It's only 10 episodes, so you can watch that one day. Love and Marriage. Oh, well, Love and Hip Hop Family Reunions on Mondays, and I get an update on that. What's going on here? It's on Mondays, so we're going to continue watching it and give an update on that. All right, y'all? There you go. RuPaul Drag Race is on season 14, premieres on Friday, January 7th on VH1. As I got stated before, I want to try to review this season of Drag Race. I always been watching it, never review it, but I'm interested to see if I could do the reviews on that. So stay tuned for that. Kings of Napa. Right after the reunion, they show a little sneak peek of Kings of Napa. It seems like it's gonna be a good drama show. I mean, it seemed like it's gonna be good. I love good drama scripted shows, and usually OWN does put out some good shows. Whether they keep them or not, it's up to them. But usually, they do have good scripted drama TV shows. So I'm looking forward to this one. And it seems like the budget, the money is gonna be there. The fashion, the drama, the stuff. I mean, if they say what they say it's gonna be, then I'm here for it. So when I'm gonna review it, we'll see. But Sailor Tampa season 1 on Netflix. I hear a lot of people talk about this show and they say it's good, so I'm gonna watch it when I get a chance. If it is, y'all let me know how it is. Catfish resumes January 5th. All new episodes, season 8 is a continuing of season 8 on MTV. And followed by, it's going to be a premiere of Catfish UK. I don't know if I'm going to review that one. I'm just going to see how that goes. But I'm going to continue reviewing the American version of Catfish. January 5th on MTV. All right, let's go down. All right, so feature on the channel. Things might change, but I'm trying to keep as much as possible into this, and that's it. All right, anything update, I will do that more often on my thing so y'all know what's coming up in my channel. Sailor Tampa is light drama. Okay. I'm here for it. More entertaining, and I can watch it. All right, because there's a lot of ladies too. That's another thing. I said, God, so many names, so many people got to get caught up to. But I'm here for it. Wednesday, December 22nd. If y'all don't know, most of y'all subscribe to my channel. I already posted up the link. I already posted up the banner for the Miami thing for this Wednesday, and also the script of Drama TV. So y'all know the dates is coming out. So look forward to it. It tells the time and everything, and set the reminder if y'all can. Share it out, let people know about it. But this Wednesday, this December 22nd, yes, I'm coming home early. Well, I'm taking off, so I'll be home 8 p.m. live Real Housewives of Miami. I'm talking about all the way season 1 to 4. Now, I'm not going with great details from the past 3 seasons, but I will talk about how I feel about the ladies because I've been watching. I wanted to catch up and see how it is for Miami, and we could talk about it. Now, whether I'm going to talk about it weekly is not. It depends because I do need to start doing more pre-COVID videos to get some more money over here, but we'll see. But Miami, it's good so far. Season 3 so far, kind of bored me, but season 1 and 2 was good. But it's still not that bad for the show. And based on what people say about the reboot, they say they did a really good job with the reboot. So we're gonna talk about Miami this Wednesday. So be ready, 8 o'clock p.m. Yes, it's a work day, but is try to do as much early as possible so it won't be too late. Cause last time I did a live around 10 something, not much people came on it, but but we'll see about that. Monday, December 27th at 7:30 p.m. I'm doing the live reviews of scripted TV shows. That will include Insecure, Hours and Kind of People, Queens, and Games People Play. Those 4 shows. So please, if y'all could been watch it before the 27th, or if y'all are a couple of the date, be ready to talk about it on the 22nd, the 27th. And like I said, it won't be details of everything, but I will give an overall summarization of each show and talk about some things that jumped out to me as well, because there's a lot of watching the shows and trying to take notes and everything. But we'll see how it goes. Some shows might be longer than others, but we'll see. But it will be those 4 shows talk about on that one day. On Monday, it's a Monday, 7:30 p.m. It's a scripted TV shows live. All right. Family reunion review. I'm going to like I said, I'm trying to start going back to reviews. I mean, it's a pain to keep doing that, but it's going to be a premiere format. Premieres is that it's kind of like a live format, but it's not live. I'll show the video. It's premiere, and we make comments together. We watch my review together, and we make comments. So it's Wednesday at 7:00, an hour before the Miami review. Okay. And All You Serious segment starts next year. I remember I discussed that before. That it's going to be more of short commentary of things that's been on social media, stuff like that. That is not, I can't really focus everything on the lives because every week is something new going on and I can't discuss everything. So I'm gonna use those as my way of segments of creating little small segment videos. No more than 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes increments or less than 10 minutes. Hey, depends how fast I'm talking about it. And thank you, Renee, Woo. And we talk about that, and it's going to be more conversation. So I want people to start making comment sections and making their comments on the comment sections of anything. All right? Try and do a range of celebrity gossips, news talks, anything else, text threads, anything that seems interesting, I'll do all your serious segments. I did a banner already. I think I showed y'all the banner. Let me see. Let me show y'all. There we go. You see it? Right there. And then the bottom is going to be a little bit of whatever the picture it is and everything. So that's it. All right, that's the update, y'all. And also, again, if y'all have any shows and stuff that I think I may be interested in watching and viewing, y'all always could DM me on Twitter or Instagram. You see it below? It's tickling down here. So follow it. All right, let's get off of this show's update and let's get down to the nitty-gritty of love and marriage. Oh, yes. One person did I had 2 people. One person had to do something. So one person did. She just want to be alive with me. So when we get a chance, I will send you the link. And you get on and we can talk about it. But first, I'm going to talk about it and see how it feels. Answer the questions that was given to me. I had 2 questions that was asked of me. I'm going to answer that. And if you have any questions y'all want me to answer, y'all just write it down. I'll try to answer as much as I can and get the person in the panel to come up. Okay. All right, so Love and Marriage Huntsville. I enjoy the show. I mean, I do enjoy the show. It's one of my favorite shows to watch because it does give you realistic kind of drama. It's not too forced. It's not too fake to me. It just seemed natural, real. Of friendship, fragile relationships being shown. They're giving a raw on themselves. I mean, you could say some players archetypes. Who cheats the most, men or women? Listen. Publicly, we know men cheat the most, but it could probably be a lot of females who cheat as well. But it's just not. They don't be messy about it. Men just always get caught. So it always depends on how you view it. We know men are bigger cheaters because it's always been public known that men cheats, but women cheats too. But it's just not as publicly as men. So they know how to keep their thing wrapped. But that was a good question. Well, other than that, That's a big debate in a big different video, right? Do you believe that woman cheats most? I believe women could cheat as well. I don't think they cheat the most, but a lot of them is not messy, or a lot of them don't get their business put out there or publicly as men do. So it could be a lot of women cheaters out there. He just will not know it. That's it. But Love and Marriage Huntsville, I enjoy the show. I enjoy the characters. I enjoy the people there. I like what they gives, and it plays out like a real life kind of friendship, a real life kind of group of people who married, who love each other, who also friendship fractures and relationship fractures, and you give you the raw kind of stuff, things that we as people could relate to, or we might be going through it at the same time, or we might know people who's going through it, or something that we might not want to even go through ourselves, and we see this kind of show. Because everything, I gotta give other people a chance, but do you believe that marriage is just a show off? No, marriage is good. Marriage is good. I don't make a mockery of marriage, but I know a lot of people marry for the wrong reasons, though. That's why I believe it. But I don't think marriage should show off. I mean, if people want to put their marriage up there in television to be shown, that's dumb. But marriage is good and sacred, but a lot of people don't value real marriage. So it is what it is. But you should be making mockery out of it either. Other than that, I enjoy Love and Marriage Huntsville. And some people get on my nerves other than others, but that's what we here to talk about it. And we go down and everything. When I first heard about the show, I said, all right. I was drawn into it. It promos, the trailers drew me into it. It was on OWN. So I know usually OWN does a really good job with their shows and take good care about the entertainment factors and viewership of people. So I was like, all right, I know they're gonna take good care. And then we heard the Carlos Kings behind this, and he usually do a good job with his reality TV shows. So I said, all right. And we all heard about it was gonna be a 3 groups whose friendship and the purpose of the show was putting together the comeback group and showing the businesses sides as well as the love and the respect and the friendship and the relationships, all that come together and how we could all work together as one to push through it and work on the friendship. It's supposed to be a positive spin to it, and it does have positivity of the show because it just shows the successful of businesses, what they do and all that stuff like that. But also relates to the personal problems because sometimes relationship does factors in, and personal problems does factors in the businesses as well. So we seen that prevalent in the show. So when it came out and we saw this comeback group and everything and how it must be a strong unit, we realized early on that the strong unit that we were seeing was fractured a lot. It was some cracks in their friendship. It was fractured. Even though they probably not. We will dive down into that. How do we really feel they was really friends before the show? But what they was telling us, they was really cool. They was hanging out with each other all the time. They was at each other's houses. They would do everything together before the show starts. But when the show airs out and this whole scandal came out and people's allegiances to each other or comments and opinions, it just went all different directions. Everybody went different directions. Emotion was high. Opinions was revealed. True self was revealed. And that's that. And I like how the first season did really feature each couples and their issues, or minimal issues or maximum issues they are showing. And they give us different storylines because we could be able to talk about each side, even though, yes, Melanie and Martell drama it took its legs and ran with it in future seasons. But season 1, we did to see each people. And I remember I used to review it and people was so new and people had a lot of things to say about each couples. And this wasn't just Melanie and Martell. And the people had a lot to say about Marcel and Tisha and how he treated her and everything. And then we see a little bit about Maurice and Kimmy dynamic. So it was great to see those 3 had their own separate storylines. So it's just not focused on just Melanie and Martell. and everybody was just extras, and also how they work together as a group. So that was my thing of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I was hooked. I was really hooked, and it showed us a lot of things that we could see and not see. As promises are made to be broken. Are you relating this to Love and Marriage Huntsville, or you just talk about it in general? Because the topic is Love and Marriage Huntsville, the show. As promises are made to be broken. Why dance about promises in marriage? Like I said, a lot of people take marriages and don't reveal or don't take the secrecy of what marriage is. So the people put a lot of promises what they not to say in the beginning. So that's why it's so failed. And yes, promises could be broken, but it just takes as two people could work together, do the relationship and work on that troubled times where promises are broken. But a lot of people don't take that troubled time. They just run after the first signs of trouble. So that's why they don't realize they don't get married. Or they do get married, they get married for whatever reasons because they all glorify the glitz. But when it comes to dooms and the rough patches, they can't handle that. So it takes two people to make it work, and mature adults to be married. Yeah. Yeah. It's right. This is some good questions, as long as it relates to the show of the topic at hand. But I like the questions that you're giving us. It's like that. But other than that, so I enjoy this thing. As the seasons go by, the first season was split into halves. So we all thought it was season 2 when it came back again, but it was still continuation of season 1. So it was split in halves. So it was like a elongated season 1, and it gave us a lot of things to talk about. And as that wrapped up, then we had season 2, and season 2 happened around, this whole crisis that we was going through, the panorama, and how we didn't get a reunion for that, but we get a behind the scenes special, and that was all that. And then we got season 3, and season 3 gave us something. They gave us a new couple, Lewis and Tiffany, and how that happened, how they dynamics into this group, and we got Destiny from last season. So all these pieces of people put together makes the show, and it works well. So how y'all feel? Do y'all enjoy Love and Marriage Huntsville? I don't like it. It's too much and everything. But overall, it's a good show. It did renew for season 4. And one of my questions later on is to ask what y'all want to see for next season. But it's renewed, and we know we'll continue on this whole thing of the relationships and stuff like that. And I want to focus on the other couples as well. Carl, get Tiffany off my screen. Get her off, baby. Get her off. Carlos King, get drama. I think something about Tiffany I don't trust. Yeah, she does get something that is sneaky and you can't read, and it's give off that untrustful vibe. But I think I don't know, I think they have her in the show because she gives that something that people need. Like is that messiness, and she does that. A lot of the TV shows drive on that. And she gives that, and she gives the conversations going, and she makes the heated moments start happening. I mean, it may annoy a lot of us in the TV. I said, girl, why are you coming like this way? And you act like you don't know what you're doing, all that stuff. So I think they're going to keep her, at least unless they don't want to come back. Because, Louis and Tiffany was their first season. Louis was like, it's a lot in that reunion, but he handled himself. Tiffany looked like she was just so stunned and nervous and scared. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, girl. But she just looked nervous. So I guess they got their first year jitters. So hopefully they come back, and I guess Tiffany will still be who she is. But now that she's not a fan coming to the show, hopefully we see more of their marriage now, as we all know the freaking how fans are against her and stuff like that. So we'll see if they give us showcase more of that. Because Melanie Martell, yes, they big part of the show, but they are divorced. So as long as they give us something they doing by themselves, which they have shown us a little bit, but a lot of interaction scenes with them together, even though they're not married. So as long as we get more of them Tisha and Monsoor, Kimmy and them, who are all actually married, and we still get sprinkled on Melody Montel, even though they're going to be a big part of the show, then we could see more of them. And then we could see more of their marriage and not them being in other people's business. Miss Wanda needs Jesus, the blood and all. Oh, yeah, I can't stand Miss Wanda. Yes, she get the drama. Yes, she gets the ratings up. But the first season, when I was here for her, because she was not, let me see, what was it? Who was it? When she getting Monsoor behind, I was here for it. But after a while, she started getting too messy and she started doing too much. And the teacher was not checking her mom, even though she said she was, and was showing it. I said yada yada yada, because at the end of the day, and that's the case. Then that's me. Just Wanda, Miss Wanda is one of the mothers who. Miss Wanda is one of the mothers who don't care, who likes the television, and she gonna turn up. Because I know some people, I would say, well, you need to check your mom and stuff like that. You can check your mom all you want, but there are some moms who will be out there just like, listen, this TV time, it's me time. Like, yes, they protect your child. They right off the back for you. They ride it out for you. But when they get that limelight, they steal the show, and that's what Miss Wanda was doing. Destiny had one more season for me. I wasn't to see that. Yes. Yeah, she got to give us. And she didn't even give us much of this season. The only like shocking, or least shocking piece that we got is that LeBaric divorce was filed for divorce 3 weeks after she had the baby. But she still didn't give no details of what led to divorce, like what happened. Like I was thinking that was some legalities coming on. That's what Carla mentioned on the interview. But she didn't say nothing about that. She just said while we was going through this, she chose to protect something while they was working on it. But they divorced now, so what you working on? Like, can you at least give us something? Yeah. She related to old girl on the CK show. Oh no. I'm not arguing with anyone who wears French roll with a pump it up. Oh my gosh. Yes, and she got all much to say about everybody else, but she has a husband and a boyfriend. But she has a lot of opinions about everything else. I say, Miss Wanda, sit your behind down. If she want to be in the star of the show, let her be in the credits and let her be in the star of the show. She ready to take it over for Miss Tisha. Tisha don't got her mouth. Her mom's her mouthpiece. So, sure, if you're going to add her in and she getting checked for being in the show because she said she getting paid, so let her see her life. But Miss Wanda ain't gonna do that because she just like to do her thing. That's what she'll be watching the kids like that. Yes, I come in and do my little spinkle, do my appearances, and then be out of here. Oh, so I need to see Miss Wanda, husband and boyfriend. I need to see what they look like. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, that's everything. And then this whole thing about know that we know now about the context, and that was gonna be part of our questions is now it's like it brought more perspective of the season for one and everything, because we know that I want to answer the question about their friendship. I believe they was good friends, but I believe their friendship was not as tight as they led us on to believe, because how quick that freaking friendships fractured. Like I said, they probably Scots. It's like 15 Scots. Big Daddy was busy. That's what I'm saying. Their daddy Rolling Stone. And up here, that's what that's where they got that freaking mentality from. Sure. Do what they want. As long as they take care of the household, that's that old school mentality, right? Know that the content that we're given, I don't think their friendship was that tight. So when we saw in the first season, when we thought it was going good fractures or good relationships or excellent friends, they really wasn't that great friends. And it probably shown that how they knew about what's going on before everybody found out. I was like, okay, y'all all supposed to be my friends, and none of them, y'all was all in my face on my house and everything, knowing that this guy was parading around his side chick in front of my face, and none of y'all say nothing, whatever. Whether y'all want to say nothing, that's what I'm saying. They probably wasn't good friends. So good friends or best friends will not sit there letting you be all stupid around somebody who know they cheating on you. They would say something. I mean, we had a thread. One of us was saying that. I think Tracy had a thread like, "Will you say if you know your best friend was cheating on you? Would you say something?" A lot of people say, "Yeah, they will say something." And I did. Some people will say, "No, what?" Because some people will snap at you if you even say something. So you got to know who your friends are and everything. So That's why sometimes I don't like to get involved with people's marriages and stuff like that. So if I see this happening of on my close friends, and I would mention it, but if they go or be slapping my face and everything, and I say, you know what, whatever, you do what you do, I'm staying out of it and everything. But I would try to know who my friends are. It's like if this is the type of friend that I know that they're gonna snap at me because I say something they think I'm hating, or they gonna understand that, like, listen, girl, I got proof. I got pictures here. Look, I snap pictures. I got, like, what you want to see. Like, if you need to see yourself, okay. So I'm thinking that their friendship was not as good or great as we was let on. And all that scene, even though it still seemed real, but all that scene with Martell was telling the Scott brothers what happened, and the two phones and the relationship, they all knew about that. Already, they all knew. They just played it off on the camera. So yes, it makes it, as now we got the content, they knew about this already. So they just had to play it out on camera. It's like they never knew about it. Oh wow, they continuing on. No, it continued. And you know they continue. So it's like, wow. But yes, Melody's not no angel herself either. They all have their faults and demons. And people saying that Melody was a good friend to the ladies, and she was standoffish. You could tell in the first season she wasn't now. Oh, Kai was now married to one of Scott's sisters' ex. Yes. They all, that's what I'm saying. In Huntsville, it's all about the Scots. Like it's like, oh my gosh, that's a small town. Shoot, and like, yes, Montel love for them. He's not smart enough to know how to cheat on his own. That's what I'm saying. Because he always bragging that he never been a cheater. He never been a cheater. He never did this. He never did that. He never cheat. He never cheat. But now you cheated for 5 years before even the show even aired. You've been cheating for 5 years, and the only thing is that you chose well. At first, nobody knew who she was until news was brought out. And you know how I first found out about the person was fucking Aniwa when he did that video, and I guess people in Huntsville was hitting him up because he wanted to know. And you know his videos, everybody know his videos. Everybody watch his videos a lot. That's back in the time he was wearing the wig days. My hair is laced like this and all that stuff. And not that time when he was doing the God Action News. He did that like little segments, and he reeled the thing out. And then after that, it started getting leg. I mean, it means it doesn't mean, but I think I first found out for them. But people who was in that area knew about that girl all along because it's a small town. So as they reached out to him, he just put it out there on social media. And then ever since then, it was ran with it. He ran with it and started knowing who she is, what she looked like, all that stuff like that. And then it's making it better when this girl is out here, love the limelight herself, trying to say she's gonna do a tell-all book. I did a little thing and how proud she was and all that stuff. After a while, she wasn't saying nothing. Then she started wanting to say something. I said, "What the hell gave you courage, girl?" But other than that, all that stuff going on, he just shows the girl that was able. That first that people find out because she's not good enough to hide his hand, and chose a girl who don't have a lot to lose. And I agree that Marcel, and we all know Maurice was dibble dabbling and doing everything. Now, what he was doing when he was dating Kimmy, maybe not. I know he's doing nothing now that he's married, but when he probably was dating Kimmy, maybe he was dibble dabbling or something like that, or before, or in between before he met Kimmy and after he left Kiowa, he was out freeing and having sex around. But I know Marcel probably definitely had cheated in the past. And I don't know now, but cheated in the past, but pick someone who's had a lot to lose. So that's what people say. Well, if he had a side baby, he had this, it would have came out already. I said not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because if you got somebody who have their business in a hush hush like you, that you would not know anything. That's what a lot off topic. That's a lot of DLs and maybe DLs because they can hide things if probably don't even know what they're doing done unless something got revealed because they don't say nothing. So if that person don't say nothing, whoever he's dealing with, then you will not know the lick of peace. He could have a 15-year-old child right now. You won't even know. You don't even know. Because nobody's praying around him like that. And if she is a plain sight, that woman is not saying nothing. and nobody get those suspicions of it cheating. That's why. That's why Martin didn't cheat. How Marcel showed him. Yeah, right. He didn't go to the school of cheaters. Like Marcel had held a class. He had admissions, and you failed. Marcel admissions will deny it to the ends of the earth. Marcel got 99. Sachi, yes, he got the back of the day. Sachi, who don't say nothing. You can sit right next to the girl and won't know your man was sleeping with that girl. You don't even know that. Marcel woman's plain sight. If the mistress is passing off that baby as her husband, she is not going to say a word. That's what I'm saying. So you won't even know. That's why people say, oh, well, it would have came out. I said, not necessarily what came out. It wouldn't came out necessarily. Because at the end of the day, you have people who have dignity not to say nothing. Like if I gave you a story, I unbeknownst didn't know I had a little one night stand with a married man. He never told me. So after he had sex, he told me, and then he said, "Oh, you married." And after this, I never saw him again. I said, "No, you ain't put me in that position because I don't know if your guy liked it or like." Hey, Auntie Boo, how you doing? Hope your son's feeling well. Give my nephew my regards. That's the thing. And I didn't know. And after we had that little did it was good. It said, "What's going on?" It said, "Oh, what made me think I wasn't married?" Yeah, I'm married. So I said, maybe his husband had a good relationship and they had this arrangement. But at least could have told me, sure, let me decide. You had sex already and then you tell me afterwards. And afterwards, I was like, I didn't feel comfortable anymore. I said, no. See, it was a one night thing I didn't know. And then I was giving one, it was good. But at the same time, I'm not going to put myself into the house. And now I can't. Yes. And I did not even know. Unbeknownst to me. And this is the thing I'm going to say about the Arion thing. Because even though it was that one time I slept with that person, and afterwards he told me he married, because I asked him, I said, "Are you in a relationship?" Like I just asked him straight up after that. He said, "You can ask me any question." I said, "All right, let me ask you that." And he said, "Yeah." He showed me the ring. I said, "Oh, you didn't have the ring before? Like, what was going on? What was this?" And I didn't see them after that because I was like, nah, I can't. I don't want to be nobody coming beat down my door. I don't care how much arrangements you had. I don't care if he called my phone next day telling me he's okay with it. I don't care. It's like, no, this is my own. And never talked to him since. All that stuff. So it happens. You might be known as someone being somebody's mistress or side piece. You didn't even know until afterwards. And then it's up to you after you find out where you continue on. And this is what I say about Arion. People say, "Oh, she knew all along." And I said, "No, she did." I believe she did not know when she first started messing with him the first year, because she had a video. She said she did not know. That's what I'm saying. She did not know at the first year. So after she found out the first year that he was actually married, she continued on, and that's her problem is. Then she continued on the relationship with him. And that's what makes you as guilty as him. Because at first, she didn't know. I believe she didn't know at first. Until the year afterwards, then she knew. And then she continued on. So from there on, she knew. So I think the first year she didn't know. I think the second year when I guess she could approach him or stuff came around and she asked him and he said, yeah, she decided to continue on the relationship with him. Because that's happened in 5 years. So the first year she didn't. I believe that. And I think he's mentioned that, and I think she said that live. Oh, okay. She knew she wasn't rated at the club they all went to. Okay. Yeah, she as a club, but that's like flirtation. Because guys can go to the club. Like I said, I'm not making no excuses for Martell. But people go to the clubs and they don't wear their ring on stuff like that, and they might play it off and something like that. And say like, listen, flirting with you and getting your number and trying to get in your pants and stuff. And after a while, you had this whole full of fans. They didn't even know they got married. Now, I don't know if she was out there like that on the Huntsville streets because it's a small town. Maybe I don't think she knew at the first year. And then after he told her that she still continued on. So she's still wrong. But if she did know, well, that's what she said. I was going by out there. I'll try to give a benefit of that to think that she probably didn't know at the first year. Because he would try to cheat for a long time. And afterwards, and then when he realized that she's okay with that, he continued on the relationship. All right. You not like Coastal. You don't get the thrill from cheating. Yes. Oh, yep. Mrs. Who Okay, right. Mizzle. No, she knew she was a waiter at the club they all went to. Yes, like, see, I think she might have told her she's a waiter. Yeah, something like that. And she believed that. And then realized that no, he was actually still legally married. All that stuff. So that's how it's like with that first season. Now we know the content of the reunion that all these people knew about this and try to play it off that they didn't know what's going on. The only person who did not know before when the show started airing, because I think it aired around December, no, not December, around 2018, 17, 18, around that time. Because I think it took a little, two halves. So I think it started 2017 into 2018, around that time. And this relationship was going on way before that they were aired on the show. And that 5 years happened. And then they had to play the story out on the show. And they knew. The only person who didn't know was Melody. I did say Kimmy didn't know, but I think Kimmy didn't know too. I don't know if Maurice said told her, but I think she found out somewhere. So, but yes, Tracy. So I was like, they all knew about that. So when they got on the scenes, they're doing the scenes now. It puts in perspective that parking lot, the car wash scene, and all that stuff. Yeah, he cheated before coleslaw. Yes, and then he said he's not a cheater. Yes, you've been a cheater. You have been. People say that. You just don't up the cheater just like that. Just up and have a 5-year relationship with the girl. Whether you believe, were you in love with her? I do believe he loved the girl. I don't think he's not in love with her, but I do think he loved that girl for enough reason for it to continue in that 5 years. Whether she's convenient or not, but it wasn't just like you might have a little vandals here and there, but she was the one constant. So it had to be something more with the girl. Same thing. So that car wash scene and all that stuff that he was telling the guys about the 2 phones, about the thing, all that stuff, they all knew, they all probably was privy to all that information. Especially knowing that who Arion was. They probably was privy. They was privy. They just had to play it off like they were shocked. They said, oh my God, what's going on? Really? Nah, really, Tartel? I was like, So that's what it brought to the perspective that they probably was never as good friends as we thought that they were saying they were. And it's that they came to the show, and then the show amplified the cracks of their friendships between all couples. That's what a comeback group crumbled so fast and everything, because the drama supersedes their business aspects, and they couldn't contain it anymore because everybody had their own issues. Right? All the issues. Besides the cheating thing with Martell, besides the cheating things with Martell Melody, what he was trying to say, he was trying to make it work. Oh yeah, Tracy dropped the trying to let us know the dates and everything. But the cheating, he tried to make it work, but he didn't stop doing it. He kept doing it, everything. So that's that. Tisha Mar saw when he made a mockery that she was trying to go back to school. He said, "Oh no, she has a degree." He said, "Oh, degree in real estate. She wanted to use her degree." And y'all remember that time? I was so mad. Everybody was mad at Marcel. We still don't like him anyway. So, and how he didn't want. He said, "Oh, I thought that was a hobby. I ain't go to school for a hobby. What?" Yeah, some people did go to school because they thought they was gonna get a career in their school they went to studying, but eventually that it was not the reality after they finished. But it wasn't a hobby. It was something they was going for. It just that the reality did not make it in their favor. And yes, I did say my story. I got a degree in school counseling, right? And I'm not doing that right now because how the reality is. And now as I look back and float and reflecting on that, I don't want to go to school anymore. I really don't. I like my job I am right now. I like to interact with people, the concierge job, it's like that. All right, Renee. I like it. And I still have my education degree as a background and backup if I always want to utilize in the future. But I never denied the accomplishment. It was a great accomplishment. I love going to college. I loved the grad school I went to, but it's not everyone. So for her to want to use her degree as she went to school for all that, they trying to downplay her, saying like it was a hobby. I said, F you. Like, really? And we all see how he downs her all the time. Didn't want her to work. Don't want to go to school. All that stuff. All right, so They want to go to school. They want to. Oh, wait, what was I saying? They want to do nothing, stay at home. And you know he was never a very active parent because he didn't know his one child was allergic to peanut butter. Got to go figure put the baby on the freaking ground already. Didn't know. The kid had to tell you. A good thing the kid was old enough to tell him that Dad, I'm allergic to peanut butter. Like you didn't know that. So, yes, they put the show and pilot the show in 2016. Then found out about the codes on 2017. Mel moved out. They got the green light for the show in spring 2016. They started filming in early fall. Yes. So and they were trying to make it work for the show, and it just happened and didn't work it out. So Mel started to try to work it out for the show. Yep. That's it. Yeah, because they started filming around the fall. So it came out around 2018. Yes, that's what it was, because it's 3 years now later. And yeah, he didn't want him to work at all. Stay at home. They didn't want to put no efforts. They want to do nothing. And when somebody always trying to keep you in the house so much and control your actions and control your every move, it shows someone who's very like to be in charge and also doing something. Now, like I said, at that time, he probably doing something at the time. But guys like that who always want their wives to stay home, we all know he had that old school traditional values, just like his brother Maurice. He had the old school, so it's very hard to change the mentality. And when you knew you got with this guy, and that's what us, well, we know you got pregnant, you got married because you got pregnant, like the stuff. Mm-hmm. Yes, well, yes, I do believe they were good friends before the show. But as we get more content, I just feel like their friendship was not as great as we thought it was. And I do believe that the show came on, it just shows the cracks to me. And it also just shows people true colors of how the demise of one of the couples went off on the screen, the divorce. And how Natty and Snappy, everybody emotions got a wide. So, like I said, I do agree they were good friends. But now you still had to come from how much of good friends they were. Because they all did say that. But for it to get to that point when somebody the marriage is getting down, y'all making throwing jabs and laughing about it, all that stuff like that. Is that good friendship? Or y'all all knew about it before the show and then nobody say nothing to Melody? Yes, they work together. So yes, they have a lot of good relationship in the past of business aspects and everything, and their relationship and all that stuff. So yes, I'm not I'm not ignoring that. I do think that it was some good foundations between those three couples. But is it was that great of the friendship? That's begs the differ to me a little bit. Because how fast. Because if y'all really good friends, even with this troubled times in the show, yes, I do know the reality TV show has the legs and it has its own demons. So you know when you sign up for the shows, it runs its own course. It has its own separate bubble of everything. But your solid friendship will still be intact. There are some shows that does have friendship that does go there on top clashes, but they still good and they still work it out and they're still good. These people, now we find out a lot of them don't even talk after the show. After they film, they don't even talk to each other like that. So I was like, damn, it just got worse. So I do think that this freaking show did put a whole big hole, but it probably put it there as it probably was already there. It probably was already there. Yes, even though we was in business together, even though we was hanging out, even though we was in each other's house and everything. Well, as we find out a lot of things happening behind the scenes, as we was hanging out together behind the scenes, as we was hanging around with the side chick, how we was complicit in that not saying nothing, how we was doing all that behind the scenes and not saying nothing, laughing in her face. And Melody had a force too. She was not that angel as she had her way. She's very narcissistic, just as Martell is. But a lot of people fought for her side because of what he was doing to her. But yes, Melody has her own stink too. She probably was not good friends at the other ladies. They probably all was good friends like that. At some point before the show, but when they got close to the show airing and all that stuff going on and cheating situation, yes, And Fred Astaire brought out all the cracks in the friendship. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's probably just co-workers at that time. Like I said, before the show was ever pitched, I believe they was really tight. But as it got closer to the show and the pitching and all that stuff and the rumors and all that sequences, everything happened, cracks started happening, showing. And then when the show came on, it really plays out. It plays out. And that's how I feel. So that's why I was so quick for them to turn on each other like that. To the point that they throwing jabs and belittling each other and speaking of facts and stating their opinions, and people have emotions and teach them on someone respect to their marriage when they don't have respect for others. And I think watching the show back is what ruined their friendship. Child, probably, because now they start seeing how people are in their confessionals and stuff like that. Because I don't think they don't do the confessionals till after they film, and then they sit them down for long hours. That's what sometimes they said. Listen, I want my freaking Twizzlers, Swedish fish. You better give me some freaking Dorito ranch potato chips. I want some Lay's potato chips. Give me some Hawaiian punches. Give me some Pepsis. Give me all of that, because if I'm going to sit here and do all my recap of everything that happened the whole season, I need some snacks. And that's it. Teacher won't respect more someone out. That's what I say. Put respect in my marriage. No. Just because you've been married for 15 years doesn't mean you deserve respect. Yes, it's admirable that you stay so long with the person. But as we see it on television, and I don't care. I don't care what people say about television. Yeah, you put what you put on TV. So if you show yourself up at TV, that's who you are in real life. And you put up with a guy who's very misogynistic, who very into himself, who really don't want you to work, all that stuff like that, can't validate your feelings. Always, every time, it needs to be a clear-cut explanation. He talks around in circles. He speaks like he's in a sermon. Like, we try to have a whole speech with this guy. Like, he never give a straight answer. It's like, that's damaging. Don't even know your kid's allergic to peanut butter. Like, don't go on the family trips. Drive a sports car when you're going to camping with the men. Like, all these signs doesn't show that it's a faithful guy. Maybe now, but he probably have cheated. And you can convince me or anybody. No, well, I don't think none of us is convinced that he was always faithful. We all probably did believe that he cheated, because the signs just there. He just better at it than Martell is. That's what it was. So it's so damaging for teachers to sit through that and to deal with that. But you can listen in. This show is great because they're all actual friends. That's why they don't spill all the tea. They know each other. That's what I'm saying. And see, the show is great because they are actual friends. That's why they don't spill all the tea. They know each other. Yeah, they do show constraints. They do show constraints about some things. When Tanisha was asking Melody, what you know? What you know like that? They don't give clear-cut answers. They say something like, well, drive down the bar. This is that. This that. They do show stuff here. And they do reveal some things here and there. But they probably won't say everything, because then that would be really dirty. So I do believe that it's some kind of glimpse of hope that they can repair their friendship. But as long as the show is airing, and as long as this thing is playing out, and as long as people's true colors is coming out, it's gonna be hard for them to not even get back to that place that they once were at all. All right, so the person who asked in the panel, y'all be ready. I'm about to send you a link. But let me answer 2 questions first, then bring you on, and then have another person perspective of the show. Now, with regards to Kimmy and Maurice, Kimmy's a good one. I don't know. Maurice is okay. At first, we all like Maurice because he plays nicer and everything. But as the season goes by, I also said that Maurice is not too far different from his brother at all. He acts the same way. He's not as blunt as his brother is, but he just has the same values. And he moves a little different. They make it seem like he's not a bad guy, but he probably still love his wife. He probably still, I think when they started filming, they all are friends. Now, I think they are co-workers who used to be friends. Yes, that's it, Tracy. They was friends, but now they're coworkers now, who used to be friends, and now they don't understand that the dynamics of just being coworkers now, because y'all don't have, y'all just fractured. Y'all not friends anymore. Let me see. Copy that. Yeah. Yeah, he just acts just like his brother. Just acts just like his brother, and it just plays a nicer way. And yeah, it shows. Like, he doesn't always tell Kimmy everything. He wants Kimmy to do things that she already have a grown son. Now she got to do all over with your son, who you begged to stay with you at the time period of time when, yes, young boys do need their father figures at a transitional page of adolescence to young adulthood. Yeah, they do both parents, though. But that's a perfect time for men to raise their sons at the middle school age and beyond. And I'll start like that. Yeah, what can we do? Everything. Yeah, and he is a terrible liar. Why is he a lawyer? That's I don't know why he's a lawyer. And he is a terrible liar. He does lie a lot. And when Kimmy trying to put him to the fire, and I like she does stay true to what she believes in. And then sometimes he does falter sometimes, but he just have a hard way to admit that he's wrong, or he don't admit that he could change at all. So he needs to get over that. Get over that and just be done with that and just do something, do better. And hopefully next season we see he doing better. Because the fact that you lied about you being at the trip when you know you was clearly there. Now, when you know the interaction, now F that. I think you know the interaction between Ariane and Martell. Maybe it's not the magnitude, but if she was comfortable to be in a group when it's a guy's trip, to be around them, because if Martell was so comfortable to bring her to the trip, so it was y'all was around her long enough to her to be comfortable, he could be comfortable to do that. Cause it could be possible they could just tell their wives, probably they did, and they knew. And the fact to get back to Melody. So it had to be some comfortability that he knew that y'all was okay with that. And y'all run around the same things. So that's what he would say, don't be throwing jabs in my relationship when y'all have your skeletons too. And that's why I feel like Marceau was not too far off trying to piss off Martell. Because if you pissed off him off so much, his run he got diarrhea in the mouth. He would spill everything. Now the 20 girlfriends, I don't know about how true is that, but he did probably do dibba dabble. So that's what it's like. But you had to lie. Because I think Mo's trying to play that good guy image that he trying to portray like he's that good guy and people like him. I guess he reads the comments like everybody else, but people start seeing that he's not that. He just like his brother. It's wiped up in a nicer bow, all that stuff, and his brother is just straight blunt with it. Marcel is straight blunt with it, and just Maurice is that, but it's just the same. And I've been annoyed with him too. The big bug eyes ass. Oh, let me stop. I'm like, Let me stop. Sure, I called somebody Teletubby me last week. Called somebody. Oh my gosh. But that's that. Now, when Destiny came in the picture, yeah, the Destiny and the married relationship was not all strong rocket points and everything. And I don't think it was. They really tell us much of what's going on. The only thing they say about the last name, but I don't think that was a big deal. So the fact that she's not really telling us what really happened and what really led to the downfall, so it's messed up. So I do believe that if she's gonna be on the credits and stuff, she needs to share more or show something else. She does. Now Tiffany and Lewis, yeah, we all know about how they are. So that's it. All right, so let me answer the questions. It was 2 questions that were brought to me. I want to answer these questions. And also, if y'all have questions too, y'all can also put on chat. I like the conversation that's going on. And then after that, I'll bring the person in, and then we can have a conversation from there. Do you think Ariane is right to be pissed off about bloggers detailing her moves? I say this. The fact that, all right, I was, put yourself in her shoes, all right? I do believe that she should be pissed off, could be pissed off about people detailing her moves, but at the same time, girl, you now put yourself in a better life where you always in the social media aspect as well. Like all of a sudden you was quiet. Everybody know who you wasn't saying nothing. All of a sudden you just start running your mouth. You doing live every freaking shows. You saying this, you saying that, you saying this. You trying to say you want to write a book. You trying to drop like girl, you're not making yourself any better. So, and the fact that I will feel bothered, anybody else will probably feel bothered, but somebody keep detailing every aspect of my moves of what's going on. But at the same time, you is feeding into their stuff, and you just giving them ammunition to continue talking. So, if you was somebody's side chick, or side piece, or side Negro, whatever it is, or side dude, and you was quiet and private about that, you was saying nothing. Because you probably was getting your bills paid, you was got a house paid, whatever. Whatever benefits you was getting, you were not saying nothing. And then the person you was with end up being in the show or whatever reality TV whatever all that stuff like that. You still not saying nothing. But because that person got bigger and his celebrity status, now people want to know, and they brought this as an aspect of their storyline. Then now people want to know who this person is. So then they're going to start searching. They're going to try and detailing. They're going to try and recollections. And people might talk and all that stuff. And as I'm quiet, then people might come up. And then my name is brought out there. And now I say, oh my gosh. We was all good being a private, secret. Now it's in the limelight. Now all the things come up. I probably still won't probably say nothing. But then again, don't be trying. Why are y'all tracking everything I'm doing? Now that my name is out there, now you need to know who it is, what job I'm doing, what it is, like the house I'm around, the car I'm driving, all that stuff. That could be damaging. Now I'm not defending her because at the end of the day, you still decided after you knew that he was married, you could still decide to have that and have a whole baby. So we can't feel sorry for you, little girl. But at the same time, if you was in her shoes, I think some of us probably was in a relationship. Like I said, I was unbeknownst to me, defaulted as a mistress or a side piece when I didn't know. Did I ended it right after that first encounter when I found out? But if you was somebody and you was secretive, then all of a sudden that person got big bridges, and now it's all out of the world and everybody detailing it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Then you probably be pissed. I said, damn. Cause remember, I mentioned this in the past. How I found about who this girl is somebody, because Funky Donnie did this video, and he did the God Action News. You remember that wig? He did that news kind of like video, and he asked people to say, and people was like sending to him. He had emails, ding, 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 and he put the picture together. He put it out in the video. Now everybody knew the name, all that stuff, and that's what the time he was pitching that she needed to be on the show to get more money, and it still haven't happened. Even though Carlos King said that she could be possibly be in the show if the company wants her in the show, but I don't think the own Zach don't want her there. Shit. Don't even want her there, so they gonna not put her there. But they don't say her name though. They still don't say her name. They just call her the side piece, whatever all stuff, the mistress. But they don't say her name. But we know her name based on the outside, the social media. So yes, I know I said a lot, but to answer your question is, yes, I do believe she could be pissed off for detailing her every moves. But at the same time, Arion, you can't be mad when you keep opening your mouth as well. You say you gonna do this, you say you gonna do that. You were so proud of taking a picture of the guy's strip. You were so this. You had a lot of mouth. You had a lot of this. You had a lot of that. If you were secretive before, stay secretive now. People had to be speculating who I am. Hey, Takota boy, how you doing? It's been a long time. How you been? And well, it's like that. Barbara Wood, yes, Barbara Wood. Barbara. Girl, hello. Yes, get off. You got a spot in the show. We need you. We need your storyline. Come get. We need your storyline. Listen. Come on the show. Listen. I don't care what you're doing. You gave birth to your son. All right. After you gave birth to your son, you recover. You come back on the show. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, you get paid this way. Yeah, let's sign a contract. You be on the show. Oh, no, they don't need to know. You come on the show and ambush them. All right, bye bye. That's it. Sure, they will on it quickly. All right, you off. Yes, I know you work a long hour, so I know you happy me off. We hope you resting and got relaxation and just enjoy this live. All right, VH1 will be TV. Or VH1 will be TV with too. Yes, yes. So what I was saying. So yes, so I do understand that she could be upset by people detailing her move, but don't go as far as freaking suing people either. Cause girl, it is what it is. The social media is free press. Don't put it out there, the people won't be there. More so movies and probably blocking it. Yes. They try to block it as say they won't film her, but at the same time they will have rights of well, Carlos King he does value his cast. So he probably want, and then the execs probably want to put it out there, but it doesn't stop her from putting the storyline out there, but it is stop her from making money and putting it in there, but because they still haven't said her name to this day, they never said her name in the show. So that stuff. So yes, probably nothing. And get on TV and say nothing, and they go, and I want to see how I interact with the ladies. I want to see how I interact with everybody, and see probably give us nothing because she had all this mouth, but then you say you gonna drop this, just drop it. Don't. This is like you go announce to somebody, you go announce someone, you go fight them. I said, well, you don't have to announce and fight them. Now I'm gonna be on guard, ready for you. Now don't announce me, just do it. It's like you announce to someone, it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. It's like it's not like I'm arranging for sex. No, it's something different. So you out here speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking, then you understand, and then you upset that people is detailing your moves. It's like at first, yes, because you was not saying nothing until after a while you start saying something, and then that you giving them people ammunition to keep saying stuff, and you get on live every freaking 5 seconds. And now you have this baby. Now you can't stop. You can't have you stop talking. Yeah, you got a cute son. You can give it that. You got a cute son. That man, y'all made a good baby, beautiful baby. Because he's an innocent child. Sure, if I was not, I would block it too. I would let her make them check on social. Let her make a check on social. Yes, like I said, she could block it too. Yeah, she probably said, "Listen, if you bring her on the show, I'm not filming with her. I'm not filming no scenes with her. No interaction, no ambush. Because if I do see an ambush, I will get up and walk away." Sure. So yes. So that's the answer the question. So yes, at first she should be pissed off because she has the right to be pissed off because anybody would have a right to be pissed off if my moves are giving detail to everyone and everybody keeps speaking it out of it and digging up pieces about me and put it out there. But girl, if you're not getting no intermission, they won't keep saying. So it's out of you. Quiet up. You already know who you are. You already know your face, everything. Just live your life. And post your little post, but all these lives and stuff like that, you want to do suing and all that stuff, that's too much, girl. Because if that's the case, you go do that, then they're going to count to sue you for your slandering of their names. So you better sit down. Question number 2. Do you think Miss Wanda's reactions was warranted given her current relationship status and prior praise of Arion? That's what I say Miss Wanda get on my nerves. She get on my nerves. Yes, like every child, every mother, every father will protect their child, no matter how old you are. My mother still protect me to this day. I can handle myself. I know she know I can handle myself. But yes, I'm her son. Every child, every parent will go to their child. So yes, if you're gonna say something about somebody's child, respect for somebody to be brother, especially someone who was one who loved the limelight. Like she's not one of the mothers who's behind the scenes, who won't say nothing and probably will check when they see you. But Miss Wanda, no. Miss Wanda's a love the limelight. So she camera ready and she will get on social media quickness in a hurry to address you. So Miss Wanda has the right to defend her child because Arion threatened to put pieces out there of Tisha, whatever it was. She ain't put nothing out there. She said, keep my man on because I would drop some stuff. I said, well, you go drop. You should have dropped it. No announce it, just drop it. But other than that, she has the right. Now, my thing is, if you practicing that yourself, girl, being as having a husband, a boyfriend, all that stuff, and you praising this girl last season or liking her pictures, say, "Oh yes, girl, doing all that," until it was all fun and games. Until she's mentioned your daughter name, and I said, "Girl," and she said, "Yeah, I don't think Miss One did not admit that she was liking the girl pictures and advocating for her." Or she said, you were saying all good and everything until you said my girl's name out, my daughter's name out. And you say my daughter's name, then it's downhill. You said her name, and now I'm after you." She kept quiet. Now, a lot of stuff she was saying, I mean, it was some validity to what she was saying. It was. Because you knew, you over your legs to a married man, you destroy a happy marriage, even though Marcel's in the main blame because he was married to Melanie. You don't have any loyalty to Melanie. He has. But you was complicit in the situation because you knew about it. And you continued to affair with her. And had her baby. So, don't get mad. That's the reality. That's what it is. So yes, Miss Wanda go protect her daughter, but Miss Wanda, your daughter can speak for herself. Yeah, almost every time I see her, she always talking on to you. Yes, she does. Yes. They make me famous. Like I'm making you famous. Like I do this. I was like, girl, stop it. It's like it's just crazy. And what was that? Hold up. Nothing, y'all. Oops, sorry. It is crazy. What was that? Oh yes, Miss Wanda. And Tisha was saying nothing. It's just like that. I mean, Tisha's here and there, but she don't be on social media like that as much. Y'all probably know more because I don't follow Tisha. So, but she said something here and there. But other than that, that's that. But you was liking this girl, so it's all fun and games. It was all accepting. It was okay that she was doing what she was doing before she said your daughter's name. But now she said your daughter's name. Now you upset, which is fine. But you can be fine to defend your daughter. But you going out there praising this girl, you was doing all this stuff like that. I say you make yourself hypocritical for doing all that. So yes, you defend your daughter, but what stand on you taking? Are you standing right about this person shouldn't be breaking a happy home? So that's the case that you would not be cool or rock with a girl like that. Because it could have been yours. But then again, she probably didn't want to teach him a ball so like that anyway. She probably wouldn't. But then again, it could have been your son-in-law having an affair with Arion, and it came out like that. And then you got to teach your daughter heartbroken. We were praising her then, all because it's Melody's marriage that you overshading, that you didn't care. That's you trying to get back with her husband, get back with him, and all that stuff like that. She said, the reason why I want her to stay because you will let her win. I say nothing about letting her win. How much he could do? Because if she stayed with him, he's not going to change his behavior. I don't think he will change his behavior. Now he's single. He's still not. I should say that's the case. You probably was doing it because you want to have your cake and eat it too. You with the girl now. You're not cheating no more. Sleep around. Who you sleeping with? Sure. So I ain't like that. Miss Waller is hypocritical at times. Yes, she's defending her daughter because, like every parent would do. But girl, pick a side. First of all, has a husband and boyfriend. Sit down, eat. That's what I'm saying, right? Sit down. Like you have a husband and a boyfriend. So at the end of the day, you doing something that Arion's doing. That's why at first you was praising this girl because you understand it. So listen, I'm doing me. I'm the man. Like sit down. Like relax. So yes, he said what he said, but did you need to do all that? Rag tag on that girl when you were just praising her. So pick a side, girl. Pick a side. And that's what I'm saying. So you praising this girl for what? And then you gonna drag her? Yeah, your dragon was dragging. You said a lot of stuff that was like, oh snap. But then again, we had the same energy was Kimmy Maurice. You probably praising her. You probably definitely have a whole party because that marriage got falling down because you don't like Kimmy. like that. No, she said she was back in because Kimmy come back and forth for her. But that's going woman to woman. Like she's a woman to woman. But other than that, that's that. So yeah, that was the 2 questions. And I hope I answer your questions. Like I said, yeah, she's defending her daughter, but all that was not necessarily because at the end of the day, you was praising her and you in the situation. So what are we doing? So you dragging her, and you dragging yourself at the same time? like what's going on? Child. And now you say you're trying to work it out. You working out with your husband now? I said, well, oh, okay. You working out because most men don't want to deal with a woman who's doing what they're doing. Yeah. All right. All right. So I shared the link. So you be ready. And I continue on when I first come in. Yeah. Focus on me. Should got gotten coleslaw trademark. But well, because he named her that name and everybody went on with that. He gave her coleslaw and everybody called her coleslaw. So I was like, does anyone believe Miss? Does anyone believe Miss Wanda? Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. You know, I was cutting up, but I'm good. Have a good day. Have a good time. It's my day off, so I'm enjoying it. I always love coming on live with y'all, and I'm happy that you came back for this one, and I appreciate that. I do have some questions to ask, but yeah, my first question was, when do you start watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, and how do you feel about the direction of the show so far? And give your input.
Since the very first episode, I watched
All
that
right.
episode multiple times because I was like, something is off about these folks, but I don't know what it is. Honestly, I think this was the direction that Carlos wanted to go the whole time. Because he knew. He had to know. Somebody, there's no way that he could think that this is actually going to work out long term. And if he does, he is obviously crazy.
Why? So how many more seasons you would give it if it go down this path?
I don't know. I don't like any of the guys, but Marceau is just so funny. I can't help it. Between Marceau and Miss Wanda, that's how it's gonna last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't stand Marceau. I just can't explain her. And he got big mad in the reunion. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. But he got big mad. I said, what you mad for, boy? You big mad. You got all this bounce from everybody else, but when it comes to you, you want to be all pissed off. I said, what you need pissed off for? You get pissed too. Nobody to listen to you. But why you mad? Because you got been 15 years? So no, that's not doesn't mean that we gotta respect you. Know what you saying?
I said his little feelings got hurt. That's why.
Oh hell. And it takes a newcomer to put your feet in the fire. And everybody, because you know your brother ain't gonna say nothing to you. And you know Martell, he's in his own world. So it was like, who could check Marceau? That's why I said if Lewis and Tiffany come back, Lewis could continue to check Marceau because it seems like he's mad because somebody's challenging him. And that's why he loves to hear himself talk. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Child, sure. So I would say, question is, next question: what is your current relationship status, and how does it shape your viewpoint in watching this show? So I'm single. I know everybody know I'm single, and it puts a limelight of me of watching this of a single person and saying, "Oh, Should I deal with the person? Like I wouldn't deal with that, Melody. Like, how long you doing that? Like, definitely, I would not deal with on more so on T-shirt situation. Hell to the no. It came everything. So it put so what I would not like, or what I probably would upset, or what I would want, or what I aspire to, or what I don't want to aspire to. So as a single person watching this, I say, okay, I can see what's going on. I see this and I see that. It gives fresh perspective. If I haven't been married before, but I say if I do get married, I do know what I would expect and what I want. So that's my question to you. What's your current relationship status, and how does it shape your viewpoint watching the show?
I am married,
Uh-huh.
and watching this show, whew, I
Just run like the attic.
I
Uh-huh.
don't understand. Like when she first found out, we'll start Melody. When Mel found out that
Mm-hmm.
Marcel was cheating, the first time she should have did. Never came back. She should have did. She should have known that this man who has a criminal record ain't
Oh, yeah.
ish.
Uh-huh.
Then, but
Yeah.
I feel for Kimmy because Kimmy is trying to be blind, but her husband ain't gonna let her much longer. And Tisha, she's just as bad as her husband. Let's be quite honest, because she knows there is no way that you miss the obvious signs that your husband is cheating. There is no like unless you put your whole body underneath the sand. You with a mama like Miss Wanda, you know, and you know when
Well,
he gonna sit at your house, all that stuff. But they just choose to keep it quiet. The, marriage is not that important to continue to put up with mess when you could be happy. Mm-mm.
well, well. Tracy said, she spent 12 years locked in the attic. So she sit down and tell your husband supposed to. That's what I'm saying, right?
Thank
He got you locked
you.
in the house all this time, and now you want somebody to put respect in your marriage because y'all been married for 15 years. 15 years does not mean equal a successful marriage. It just means you have been married for a long time. But we all see it from season one that how cracky your marriage is and how kind of dynamic your marriage is. You stay in the house, you miserable, stay in the house all the time. He don't want you. He don't want to take the ring off your neck of going doing the things. Maybe you might do stuff now, but at the same time, no, he still held a true to what you wanted to do. That's when he don't go on family trips. He don't do all this stuff. Like, come on, he don't validate your feelings.
He acts like she's a
Let's see.
kid.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah,
like he
like this
treats
is
her just like a child.
yes, yes, and that's why I was like, now when we want her to say something, she don't speak up, but she speak up in the wrong times like that. I said, girl, stand into your truth. Don't let him kind of. And he does. She does falters when it comes to him, and you can tell the dynamic. It's like he has that since years for years. And it doesn't help that she agreed to this thing. Cause that's one thing we all had criticism with teacher. Like, you agreed to this arrangement with him, and you got married because you agreed. Now you're trying to break it, girl. Tracy said, "I understand why Mel stayed." Yeah, we like I said, yeah, like I said, as a single person, I wouldn't understand why she would stay with the guy, or so. But I understand. I know she's been in long history with Martell. She's been married for she's been for 14 years and everything. That's a long time to be with someone to just let that go. I mean, I know she tried to make it work, but he just want to stop. So, me as a person, I say how I feel if I would be in that situation. It could be easy for me to say, "Oh no, I would cut somebody off real quick." Like I said, I probably would give somebody a chance. But like I'm gonna say, after the first chance, if I do give you the opportunity to forgive you, and then you do it again, then that's it. That's it. I can't do it anymore.
I don't see why she stayed at all. Um, she has those kids. Like she legit has shown this year that she could do it without him. And I don't understand why. Like, yes, I get that she used the show as her ex's plan and she did like all the things that they told her to do. But at the same time, I don't understand how she even got with Martell, period. Because that man his behavior is just appalling. He 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 just mean. He is just mean.
Yes, he is. He's very, yes. And very narcissistic, self-centered. And she is at times too, but he very is extreme. Don't get in his way, and he plays you. And he does it every time, especially when his interviews. His interviews,
Yes.
it's never his fault. It's everybody else.
When Dr. Heavenly tried to hold him when Dr. Heavenly tried to hold him accountable and he got upset, oh yeah. That just showed exactly who he was.
Yes. Yeah. I do agree with Tracy. I think she used the show as an exit plan. She said, listen, let me get in the show, whatever. Because I know we pitched the show and try to make it work, but after a while, I said, yeah, let me do a clean break from this. And use the leverage of the show and said, get out of here. I was like, all right. Number 3, I think I explained this earlier, but I want to get your viewpoint. So, do you think they was really friends or good friends before the show? And that's one part. They get 2. Given that the content of what we learned from the reunion and behind the scenes social media, does this change your answer of part 1 of that same question?
I think they were good friends, but I also think they weren't deep friends. Like they were surface level friends. Like we can go out, we can talk business about certain things, but when it comes to personal stuff, we're not going to talk about it. At least with the women. The men, completely different. But the women, I think it was you're a wife of my husband's business associate, so I'll get to know you on that level, and maybe we can become friends. I do think Mel and Tisha were more close than anybody, but I think once Mel figured out that Tisha knew and she had been around the girl before, that's when they stopped being cool.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're trying to play it off in the video, like, oh, I find out what Mel found out. I know you dad. Everything.
And then told on herself.
And I know definitely. Yes. No, go ahead.
No, she told on herself. Her and Maurice both told on themselves in the back scene segments right afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. They knew all along. They knew that. I was like, wow. Don't try to play it off like that's the thing with Tisha. We're gonna get into her in a minute. Like when we break down how do we feel about each person. It's like don't get here act like people are just all out against you and don't respect you when you not doing stuff that to make people not respect you. Like, girl, you sit here act like you just that freaking you don't cause trouble, you're not a problem child, whatever, innocent little child when you know you're not like that. And you know you give jabs and you know you digs. But you just like a selfish spoiled little child where it's like you want everything your way, but you don't want to see your faults. Yeah, mom is my else. All right. So this 4th question is kind of gonna be a long one because we need to break down how we feel about each couple and also like that. So tell me how you feel about each couple / person on the show. So we're gonna start with Money and Martell. How you feel about them before the divorce, and how you feel about them after the divorce. So we're gonna start with Money and Martell, and I'll get my opinions about that too first afterwards.
Okay. I think Melody and Martell, if Martell wasn't who he was, they would have been better off.
Yeah.
If he could have not been a cheater, it would have been better because she really did help set him up to be like this big brand, and he supported her as well. So I really liked them at first, but as more and more stuff came out, I just didn't understand how somebody could just be just so mean and vindictive to somebody they said they loved. Like, you took vows and you broke them for what? And now you have what? Like, bruh, come on now. You can't
Uh-huh.
be crazy. What about you though?
All right, so how I feel about them before divorce? I feel like yes, I do feel like as a couple, they was a force and they worked well together. And I did do them together as a power couple and everything. But I do think that they felt like they was above everyone. And I guess that's his personality, and I guess that's her personality a bit too, as well. Yes, she gave. I guess because she gave the platform, and she was a power couple, and yes, she was the brain, he was the muscle, so they worked well together as a unit of doing things, doing businesses. But I do think that they feel like they was above them, the other group. And you know how that comeback group going on, it was all about them and all stuff, and how the issues going on about the marriages and how that trickles and forth to the group. Is yes, it's more really centered with them because yes, they did pitch the show and got the show up and running, but I do feel like they was above the girls or the guys and everything. Well, I'm not small Montel, but Melody still felt like she was, in my opinion, in this film. But as a group, yes, I do feel like they was okay as a couple, but at the same time, they was messy couple together because they clicked together. And despite that, we know that she was the brains and he was the muscles, and now we know that she was carrying a lot of weight in the relationship, and him going around doing what he did while taking care of all the kids that she had. It was crazy. It's crazy. Now after divorce, yeah, they're both separate. I could tolerate Melody a little bit more, but at the same time, she is annoying too. But Melody or Martell, terrible. I can't stand Martell. He is too much. He just so much to be a nice looking man to even act like that. He's just so ugly. So it's like, if like I said, if I would have met him without even meeting the show, yes, probably holler. But now I know him at the show. I said, oh, hell to the no. I can't deal with you. No. You gonna make me call me a freaking peasant on television. No, we about to fight because we can do that. The rock is wife together is possible. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
So
See,
that's an
oh, so the
entirely
rock is the business together.
that situation is different because there's a whole lot of backstory to that from the time he was in WWE. So that's a little bit different there.
The rock, okay. I didn't want to tell the kid, baby, yeah. Shot. He ain't good at that type clothes, boy. Shoot. Everything. We know you muscles defined, but damn, you gotta put something better than that. Shoot. But
Him and the youngest baby
there was a
shopping at the
couple.
same time.
Huh?
I said him and the youngest baby shopping in the same section
Yeah,
at the
that's what I'm
same
saying.
time.
Together. You get his clothes and your clothes in the same store. Sure. Yeah, so as together as a couple, yeah, they was all right and everything. But I do feel like they was that a couple, and they feel like nobody could touch them until all this cracks came out. Separate, yeah, they had them both annoying points. Because as she's saying so much of that of how she's above everything, she's above the drama, above this. We all know that it's still a sticky situation, and you have to still be around the guy. So I understand that you can still have emotions and feelings, but some ways you don't go behind he is, and you know you always gonna feel him. So at the same time, either you ignore the guy or move forward, or stop acting like you above it. You just gonna go over the figure toe with him because you know he will do it, and it's annoying at times. It's annoying to watch that all the time. I said, gosh, every time we get together, you guys start arguing, like really. So those two is too much. But Marcel is no, not Marcel. Marcel is too much. I like. So how do we feel about Tisha and Marcel?
Mm. I cannot stand Letitia. Letitia loves to claim victim when season 1, episode 1, she brought up the cheating.
Yep.
You supposed to be somebody's friend, which also lets me know that she lied because she's like, "Oh, I didn't know." But then you brought it up the first episode. I would never want a friend like I would never want anybody like Letitia around me because she is mean. She is vindictive and she is sneaky. She is her mother's daughter, and she is Martell Jr. on this show.
Yeah.
There's now Marceau has his own set of issues, and I think part of it is much like what Tracy said earlier. He doesn't want to be with her, but he has them kids, and he's not quite sure how to get away from her. But I think sooner than later, it's gonna come out fully, because he's also like, yeah, I got 4 kids, and she's like, no, we had 3, and he's like, well, I have 4. And it's like, you gonna keep staying with somebody who's blatantly showing you they don't care? Okay, then, girl, go ahead, do that, but don't get mad when it backfires again.
Oh yeah. Well, dumbass a couple, I can't stand them. No, can't stand them. So yeah, she is book smart. She just tells she got all the degrees, but emotional intelligence is not one of them at all. And that he plays on that, and he knows that. Cause remember, he said he used to. She had all the confidence. She had all this, all that. There's something change. I said, what changed? I mean, she had kids for you and all that stuff like that. You wanted somebody you control. You got somebody you control. But it's a couple. No, I didn't see the film together. I think the only way they got married, because he said it, is because she got pregnant. Other than that, and she could leave. Like, she has a platform that she could leave. Like, she had to stay with this guy, but I think she don't want to, because she's so complicit in the relationship with him. And despite how much she's complaining about, it's like, girl, you're not leaving. You're not making no steps. So I don't know what some issue is, but as a couple together, no, I don't like them. As a couple, they are horrible. Marsaul thinks he's the God gift from the earth. Like, he knows it all. He has all the answers. Yes, you work hard, and I would understand. I would like to listen to you on your business aspect, but other than that, your relationships, like that, you said, "Oh, I'm good in the construction, but I'm not good at loving marriage." That's all. Yeah, we could tell. We could definitely tell you're not good at loving marriage. Her father has told his mentor teacher, kids every time. Yeah, she can't leave. She has only been yes. Yeah, he doesn't valid. He really devalues Tisha a lot on television, and that's damaging as a person to even go through watching this and see how he treated me on television. I said, "What? And we supposed to be married? And what? I go home with you? Respect sex? I don't know if you know you're getting that much, but the way how you acting, sure." And you just down to me like that. So it's too much. He is misogynist and narcissist guy from the first season. Oh, she needs to walk around pregnant. This, that. I was like, oh my gosh. And she stayed with him. Stay with him all this years. And then you want people to respect in your marriage. I said, girl, he needs to respect you at first, so then we can respect you. But then you can't go around being messy other people's marriages if you want people to respect your marriage. And the way, like you said, mentioned in the first season, she did keep bringing the infidelity up. She brought it up a couple of times. And then wondering why Melody's not rocking with you like that. Because you keep bringing it up. And then y'all was making fun of it. You and your husband was making fun of it. And trying to act like you don't know why she was upset with y'all making fun of their marriage. And that's more sense. So don't keep those jabs for me when you have your own skeletons as well. And that's when that whole Twitter girlfriends comment came out. Because y'all kept jabbing and jabbing. And then when Tisha kept going, that Marsaul started putting him back. And then he told her to shut the F up. Remember that first season, the first reunion, he told her that? Because she kept going. So
it's crazy that the one thing that Martell, Mel, and Ariane can all agree on is Marceau and his side pieces. It's crazy because they hate there's hatred there, but they all agree that he has multiple women, and some of them have been very close to Tisha. Just and she's just okay, like la 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 la. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, girl. All right, you keep thinking that.
all right, yeah, for well. So let her be a delusional world, and we'll see how that goes because she's not convincing us at all. But we get more we'll get more into her thing about the reunion, part 3. Because I have some things about what she said. Next, Kimmy and Maurice.
Why did Kimmy do that to herself?
Child, I don't know.
That man tells her nothing until it's time for work to be done. And then he wants to give her the little bit of info that he has because he knows nothing about what he's asking her to do. Like, he played it off better than his brother, but that man, he is a piece of work. I think Kimmy needs to leave him. She needs to get with Destiny because, Destiny has been hinting that that's her boo. She wants to be with her. And we could just call it, like, that's a new direction they could go in. That's something that hasn't been explored. Let's try that. Because, right now, these folks, Maurice, the way Maurice is going, next season is going to be his exposing season. And it's going to be really bad for Kimmy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. I agree. Maurice and Kimmy. When I first came to the scene, we was like, okay, Maurice is the nicer guy. Marceau is such a douchebag brother. Why y'all brothers? We understand like that. But we understand. Sooner or later, we understand why y'all brothers. Because y'all cut the same cloth. Raised in the same household. And y'all have the same values. Like you said, Maurice mastered a little better. In a nicer way. That's people don't be mad at him. But now people starting to realize that, he's just as worse as his brother. He's a sneaky kind of liar. He's a sneaky type of person. Like, don't tell you anything. You got you believing, guessing, tell you things with the last minute, all that stuff. Want you to drop everything you're doing. Remember, he wanted her to quit her job. And after a while, she still standing to it. And then he said, you know what? She's not leaving. She loves her job. I can't do that to her. All that stuff. He always had his ideas that Kimmy should be doing. All that stuff. I still don't understand why he got the vasectomy. Him and brother got it. So it's like, what's your reason? What about, I don't think she want kids anymore. What about she did want more kids? Like, I don't think she will because she just raised Jada and she just had a hard time trying to raise Monster. But what is it? So you got to select me for what? You just said that's it? I was like, So it's something in there. It's not in clean. And then he don't defend her when that side chick comment. That's another thing I was upset about him. I was like, listen, what your logic is, stop with that lawyer logic. Listen, this is reality. This is street TV. This is not reality. If somebody keeps saying that you was a side chick and your partner's a side chick and you know she's not a side chick, why not say nothing? What you said in the reunion is what you could have said. And just debunk everything else. And nobody would have to freaking funny about it and making laughing jokes about it. And she didn't take that as funny a joke, but you don't say nothing. So I was saying, what is it? Is it true? She didn't know anything? Like, what? Well, based on the timeline, no, there was no overlap. But at the same time, like, gosh, Maurice is more so just in a better suit. Yes, that's what it is. Just like his brother. That's his brother. These straight lines, so that's that. Kimmy, I like Kimmy. I do like Kimmy. Yes, Kimmy can have penny moments, but Kimmy is, to me, is the more reasonable, logic type of person. Yeah, she has a moment where she get emotional, but even with her emotions, she's still logical at times. And yes, and we could tell she can be petty. That's how transparent that we see that T word, right? That's how that we can see Kimmy in her aspect of how she deal with things. And that's kind of like how I do things. Like, I like to sit down, listen to both sides and everything. Yes, at times you can be emotional. You can get emotion leads, but I still use the logic behind it. And that, like she said, I can't be friends with Tisha if he wasn't related. And I'm glad that she said that, because now Tisha act like her whole freaking face fell when she said that. It just tickled your face, girl. Tickled your face. But I enjoy Kimmy, but I don't know why she set herself up with Maurice. Yes. I can't. She has emotional intelligence. That's what she can't rock with someone who doesn't have emotional intelligence. Seems like a lot of people in the cast, it doesn't have it. So as a couple, I don't really care for them as a couple. Individualized, I like Kimmy more. Let's see. Kimmy has emotional intelligence. Yes. Ooh. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
All
I said,
right.
what happened?
That's my ex.
All right, so we move on. So next we got Lewis and Tiffany. I mean, they just came this season, but we can still have opinions about them.
Lewis. Lewis needs to be on this show by himself.
Yes.
Tiffany can go. She could make appearances. You know what? I'm reading the comments. So I think that if next season is Mel's last season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make Tiffany like a friend of the show and have Tiffany bring a few of the side chicks with her to a party and Mel act all surprised and shocked and see what happens. Because I want to see it. And I have no problem admitting I want to see it.
Yes.
But yes, Tiffany gotta go. She brought nothing but drama, and she really reminds me of Carla show. That's the energy she gives. Like, I'm better than y'all, so I'm just here for my check, and who's gonna check me?
Well,
Ma'am, you gotta go because you're boring.
yeah, I hear that. Yes, Tiffany came in being messy, and I understand why she didn't understand what the hell she was saying that was messy and everything. That's probably threw people off about her, and she kept the line of chain, a lot of the train, or stuff like that. And especially that coming from a fan of the show, so she probably had her own viewpoints of everybody before she came on the show. But yes, I hate to say I care for Tiffany. That's the only way she would come back, and she explain more her and Lewis relationship and focal points of what they are going on and they boys and stuff like that, and dial back on the messiness and just watch the ladies. Because at the end of the day, these ladies go trapping themselves up. Just stay in line, long line, and let them do it. And when they ask your opinion, you say what you got to opinion. A lot of stuff, don't reject yourself. But yes, I do tolerate Lewis more than I would tolerate Tiffany. And I like Lewis because he does seem a little more logical than Tiffany. Once I got a children's book.
Yep, they wrote a children's book. And looking at them pictures from last night, he gonna need it.
I mean, if he try to make some coins, I guess he need the money. So he can't get his business license because he still ain't passed that test. So he needs some money.
So I just want to know, even if he passed the test, could he get his license because of his arrest record? Because I'm relatively certain, I might be wrong, but I think he's a felon. So can he even get his builder's license?
I mean, I think he can.
Things Carlos be lying to me about that I need to know.
Can he get his? I believe he can. I think he could get the license. It depends on the state because I know once you get the license, it runs your background. So yes, I think he can. I mean, if it's not along the lines of what he's doing, that's like conflicting to his line of work. Like for example, like if you're doing real estate and you know you're going to jail for like vandalizing homes or whatever, something silly like that, or do something in the lines of work or financial stealing people money and all stuff, then you probably be working with a license. It's like that. So if anything that was not related to something that he's going for, yeah, so he could do that. I probably can. Now working for someone else, maybe they will run his background check and say, oh no, but if he did his own business, I think he could get that license. And let's see what's going from there. That's why most families going to business for themselves. Yep. I like Destiny.
She needs to figure out who she is and what she wants. So there was a picture, but I'm not sure if it was photoshopped or not, of like her with Jalen.
Yeah, I think that. I played around.
I don't know what's happening there, but she need to figure herself out. And I think what she was trying to hide from everybody is the fact that, old dude has some questions because of the breaks they have been on and the timing of everything. I I want her to have better because she seems like a sweet person. But pretty soon she's gonna be like Tiffany. She's gonna be able to go too because she's not showing anything but being messy and being upset with somebody for like a season and dragging it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. Destiny, I do agree. Like I said, do like Destiny. I ain't like Destiny at first because how she was doing all that extraness of season 2, and how she was coming after Kimmy about the chicken, man, the chicken comment. That's just really stupid to even get mad over all that stuff. And when you have your own thing about the whole last name and that was a lot going on. But to be surprised that you got divorced, I didn't even think that was going to happen. I was like, what the hell? What's happening? But then you don't say nothing. But you say you choose not to say nothing at first, but y'all still not together. So what is it? You still choosing not to say nothing. So I was like, we need to get a little bit more thing with you. And say you trying to ask everybody else to do that, just like everybody else. Like they always trying to say they're transparent, but then they all not that transparent like that either. Yes, they played some of their lives, but that's something different. They playing something they on TV and they show us. But speaking to y'all not really that forefront coming as well either. So stop all that like y'all so open book. Some are all than others, but y'all not all that open book either. But so Tiffany, oh no, not Tiffany, Destiny. Yes, she could be abrasive, she could be a lot, but I would get us one more season. She better have a hot girl summer or bring on. That's what I say. Do something. Bring something. You could do some messiness. Like listen, after he came at you freaking special at the reunion, that your mouth is the way it is. You give too much. And she said, oh yes, I give the BDE. Like, come on now. Like that's why he like a girl like Tisha, because he can't handle a girl like Destiny. A lot of men can't handle a girl like Destiny. So like that. So that's that. But we need something more for Destiny. She can't skate by doing the bare minimum, but then everybody else got to be open. Lastly, let's talk about Miss Wanda. Even though she's not a main cast, but she's been main mostly. She's been the main most woman in the cast, the mothers. How you feel about her?
I don't like her
now.
I think she needs to take a long walk off a short cliff.
Oh.
I think that her daughter will continue to be who she is as long as Wanda is around to handle all the things for her.
Yep.
I think she is petty for no reason. I think that she needs to go on a show with Mama Dorothy, and them two be on their own, because she annoys me just as much as Mama Dad does. Because she does the most for the least, and it acts like she doesn't understand why people don't want to be around her or Tisha. And Tisha allows it because she could definitely put a stop to her mom doing a lot of things that she does, and she doesn't.
Yes, I feel the same way. Yes, Miss Wanda, like I said, when she first came to the scene, yes, I was here for her getting them all sort together, because he was walking around not wearing his wedding ring, doing this and that stuff. And I said, oh yes. But then actually, while she got to start getting too comfortable coming into other people's relationships and their matches and stuff like that, and expecting nobody can't say nothing to you because you someone's mother. And Tisha always try to use that. Well, that's my mom. I said, stop bringing your mom around. Sure, that's when nobody rock with you first, because you don't check her like that. You don't. And you let your mom always keep doing this. Keep saying that. Even though you say she was checking you, and Ms. Wanda say, oh yeah, my daughter be checking me, but sometimes she don't want to listen to you. So if you're not listening to your daughter, what the hell you keep me messing for? Like, you just want to be seen. And yes, I can't. She's annoying me. She's annoying me. And I know a lot of people like Ms. Wanda. Oh yes, Ms. Wanda. She's like, yeah, she brings ratings, she brings TV. That's what she was gonna be around. But at the same time, it's like, gosh, can you sit down and entertain your freaking husband, boyfriend like you have? and just leave us alone. Sure. But that was everyone. I ain't talking about Jaden. I mean, he's not much. I mean, other that. But let's talk about the reunion real quick. The part 3. How you feel about the part 3 reunion? And should they be 4-part? Before you answer that question, the reunion should have been half. If anything that we needed the 4 parts, I think this was a reunion that we should have needed 4 parts. Because it was a lot of stuff that he did not split, go into or even get to the point. Like the Vegas trip. What happened there? Some things, more stuff about the Vegas trip. About he could have had a segment with Tisha and Marceau. They little segment. And could try to the other part with Renee, as long as he's here. He could have had to talk about Jada, how he feel about working with Tisha Marceau and had that little segment. It's some things that McCarlos could have brought to this thing that we could have had another part to, but he didn't. So it focused so much on my Molly and Martell because we didn't have it last year's reunion. But that was the only main reasons that we should have another part if you're going to explain everything. Because a lot of things this season he did not address. In some ways he did sprinkle here and there, but not as much. So how you feel about, should have had him in the 4 parts, and how do you feel about the part 3 reunion?
It should have been 4 parts. It should have had Jalen and the Vegas trip up there, definitely. And we should have had a conversation around Tiffany feeling comfortable enough to call Mel a baby mama. I want to know how she got that in her little mind, and is she a baby mama to her son's father? I have a lot of questions, and I'm wondering if Carlos kept it at 3 just to keep the drama for next season, or what. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next.
Yeah, me too. I am too. Let me see what's going on. Oh, look at that! I love that baby. It's so cute. Yes, part 3. Yeah, it should be 4 parts. Part 3 reunion was okay to me. It was okay. The whole thing about Mel and Destiny not being friends and everything, and they always talk all the time, but then they stop talking after this film wrap. I think with Melody Eyes, I said after this filming, that's it. I'm done with y'all. I'm tired with y'all. I found out everything I need to find out. Whatever. I need to take a break for everyone, which I understand. So it makes it seem like how close was their friendship? Was it that close or not? Or that just like they were co-workers, but the training they were really good friends. And if I were male physician and knowing that I know now and know about how these ladies are and how they did know about everything, yes, I wouldn't be talking to them like that either if I film rap filming. I said, nah, we good. I enjoy it when we film again. Or we in the social circles and we go to different parties. I interact with you too. But then again, I need a break. I need a break from all y'all. So how you feel about that? When do you understand? Do you agree with Melody explanation? Was that or you there?
I get why Mel did it herself, because from season 1 until now, folks have shown, especially the women on this show, have shown they will have Martell's back before they have hers. And Destiny is more of Martell's friend than she was for Mel. I think she wanted to take that time. And plus her kids don't even really like Destiny. So I think she wanted to take that time to kind of heal a little bit more before continuing to call somebody her friend who in some ways acted as a friend and in other ways acted as a co-worker or a co-star for a TV show. I think that if it's authentic friendship, then they will become cool soon. But I think Mel is just trying to stay out of a lot of drama. And it seems like Destiny is very much like Tisha, a lot of drama that could be resolved by simple conversations or just by, acting mature. Destiny has grown a lot since last season, but I don't think she is raised to be the kind of friend that Mel needs. And I don't think this is her season in Mel's life. And that's fine. We all go through those things with our friends.
Yeah.
But I don't think she fully understands that that's where Mel is. And, she got to let go. Um, I do think Mel could be a much better friend to her. She could have spoken up for her about Tiffany. Um, but I don't know what's going to happen with them next season. I hope they can remain friends, but I don't see it happening. I do see Tisha trying to become more cool with Destiny so she can have somebody to film with, because after last night, I really don't know who she's going to have to film with that's not her husband, and he barely seems like he wants to be around her. So I don't know.
Well, that's what I say.
Like, that man look like he looks at her like, I really can't stand you at all, but I want to make sure this show is successful so you can leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not a place that you want to be in a marriage or in
For real.
life. But it's her own choice, because she could have, the way it seems like she was raised, she could have, kept it going without him. But she chose to stay, so that's on her.
That's me motel first for my
See?
girl. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And the way
bye.
that Martell be moving, and Destiny is not the brightest bulb, who's to say that he's not getting information from her on the low? I'm good. You good, girl. Stay over there. Figure out your
Yeah.
mess with LeBeric or whatever his name is.
Well, yeah, I hear that. So through that whole segment, Tisha start making faces, which I just, yeah, she was making faces like she claimed that she wasn't. I said, girl, we see it right in the television screen. You was rolling your eyes making faces. So, girl, what's she doing? Making faces about the comment that Mel made about how she cut, like, she don't talk to people at the film and all that stuff like that. So then Carla saw that and they picked them up. And, I think Melody's interjected so what she said why she made a comment. And she just said that Mel is basically a user. Like, when she needs you, she's around and you be there for her, you be a friend with her. But when she doesn't need you and she's doing all right, and she's too busy for you. So, how I feel about that statement with those two, I think that with Mel and Tisha, I think that friendship just fractured along the way. And she just probably don't want to rock with you like that. And based on how you was jabbing and all that stuff like that, the relationship has been down for the relationship. Melody just start seeing that how you was never a good friend to her. Especially you knew behind back, you probably was laughing behind back, you probably was enjoying the misery of me going through divorce and stuff. And had to sit down and throw in my face that he bought the girl a car, all that stuff. You just had a lot going on. So for you to even expect that I should be a friend to you, or you know to be a friend, I'm a user. Maybe, like I said, maybe Melody is the person that, like I said, she thinks she's above someone. So maybe at times she's too busy. She's too busy. She don't have to rock with you around or something like that. She needs you and everything. But she always been good, like she said. And so it's just that she's going through something right now. And at that time, some people don't want to be around people when they're going through things. So how you feel about the whole thing with Tisha and Melanie and that whole thing? I mean, when Melanie got up and said, "Did I say anything about you?" And then all of a sudden, relation to you, and then all of a sudden it was just about you, and nothing about us. She said, "But you were saying this, and you saying my marriage," and she always keep on throwing back the marriage. That's like, girl, you asked her the question, she told you the answer. Like, what is your answer? What's your problems with? So how you feel about that?
I think Tisha's upset that Mel is not up under her like she wants her to be. I think that their relationship fractured when Mel brought on TV something she had told Tisha privately as well. I do think Mel, when she found out about coleslaw, she was just like, well, let me go ahead and tell my girl so she's not blindsided too. And I think that's when she realized that Tisha knew the whole time and was laughing with the girl behind her back. Because I'm going to be real. After seeing the stuff with Kiowa and seeing how Tisha moves, I have no doubt that she was around Coleslaw. And that's why that girl feels so comfortable with things. Mm-hmm. I have no doubt in that. But I don't know what could be done for that friendship. Or even if it's worth saving. I don't think it's worth saving. I think that they should keep it co-workers. I think they should keep it cute, keep it mute, keep it going.
Yep. I in my lane, you in your lane, and that's it. If we have to film, that's it. That's it. We'll hang out. We don't do none of that. Call it. Your marriage is perfect. You should respect your name. So show us how perfect your relationship is. You can't say that. So you want people to respect you, girl. Just go about your business. I'm doing me. Let's go over Kimmy and Tisha. And I'm glad, and I could tell Kimmy was so over it, and she was fed up. At the end of the segment, Kimmy was not here for that. These people, she's not here for Lilo, Tisha, and all that stuff. Yeah, I believe that Tisha is kept referring to that one moment, which was the last season when she didn't have it back when saying that, oh, Kimmy didn't lie for you when y'all was talking about Melanie. She said, yeah, you did. Y'all was talking about her. Like, what's the big deal? What's a flunky, girl? You a flunky. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the big deal? Y'all will talk about the girl. Just say yes. So from that point on, she always think that Kimmy never had her back. But Kimmy say, when you ever have my back? She said, I did have your back. I said, when? But when you did mention to Marceau about that second time, and you believed that she was. It was no slip of the tongue. You believed it. Don't act like you say you didn't believe it. You believed it because you came out your mouth when you retold Marceau the story when you had that conversation with Kaiwa. So it's like, girl, and you, like you say, she should want people to cover her, be under what she wants, how she wants, but she doesn't reciprocate what she's asking for. So that's what Kimmy said. It's just so frustrating and draining to deal with someone. That's what Carlos came up with, call her immature in a nice form way in a question, say that, why not say she's immature? I said, no, yeah, she is emotionally immature, to say it. Or at least a lack of emotional intelligence. Because she is spoiled. And then she said, oh, I'm not spoiled. Then just come around and say, oh, yeah, I am spoiled. I said, Tisha, you just love to say your mouth and it's just coming out and you're not even thinking about what you're saying, girl. And you are spoiled. So, and I'm glad that Kimmy said that because I feel like I don't think they would have been friends or they would have been talking right now if they was not family. I think because if they was not married to Scott, they would not be talking right now because how Kimmy in her level and how Tisha is, they would not be cool. And I'm glad that she said that. So, mm-hmm. Yes. And so, yeah. And why should you tell her that? Lack of emotional intelligence. Why did she tell you that your husband loves you? Why did she tell you, validate you of your marriage when your husband should have validated you at the altar? No, it's not her. It's not her responsibility. So I'm glad that she's told you, no, we want to be friends if we was not married to the brothers.
Point I just want to know.
Go ahead.
I want to know why Tisha couldn't cut off Kiowa, but she cut off Patrice so quickly because they both did the same thing. Kiowa did worse, but it's very obvious that Tisha has no loyalty to Kimmy, but she wants Kimmy to be loyal to her, and that's trifling. Like, Tisha is very, very trifling on this show. I don't know if it's the edit or she is really her mother's daughter, but she moves very, very trifling.
Wi-Fi went out real quick. Yes, so I don't understand why she expected so much from Kimmy and everything, and everybody undying loyalty to her when she doesn't give. And I'm glad that she said that. Now she's trying to act like, well, we never be friends. Then she said, nah, that's not, nah, because she said. I said, oh, that's a child coming out. Oh, that's a child. It was already out. That's a child, and she felt hurt about that comment. And at the end of the day, Kimmy was over it. She was just over with everyone. She said she just can't have a conversation with someone who doesn't have the intelligence, who doesn't have it, who no rationale, no reasons behind them actions. It's just all about emotions. You don't have no logic, no reasons. It's about emotions. And when you lead by emotions, You throw out the reason and logic, and sometimes it leads you into trouble. And how their relationship will be next season, it's gonna be more faction because Kimmy's over with, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. What else will happen? Marsaw, let's say now. He was being mad. He was mad, big mad over Louise telling him off. And he think that somebody should have said something, whatever. Now, the whole thing about Miss Wanda and Miss Vanessa. Miss Marlene was not there because she had to watch the grandchildren and everything. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Why would you watch my grandchildren?" I said, "Miss Wanda ain't watching your kids. She loved to be on TV. Did she know that? Did not know that? She loved to be on TV. She's not watching those grandchildren. Oh, that's like that. And if she had to watch your grandchildren, she had to watch your grandchildren when y'all filming. That's all the time when she watches grandchildren. But yeah, Miss Wanda, you just what the hell she's talking about? What she said that whole segment with Miss Van, I like how Miss Van kept with poise and get Miss Wanda together, and then he raised her voice. And yeah, she said, "Woman, please, this, that, no, you, all that stuff." And then Miss Wanda was saying much of that. She was saying much of nothing. I said, "What you talking about?" Say about VHA sex tape that she should tell your daughter about the sex tape. Like, what? Making a tape with your husband was going to keep her with her husband. Like, what was you saying? Like, what all that going on? And to her about a rumor that you heard off that you don't even know the facts of. And then Marceau said that he said he had a tape, and now he's saying that he backed P and PP and say that I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know no two. I never see no tape. I don't know no tape around here. I said, well, you just said you had one. So what's going on here? Now y'all backpedaling and PP because she's right there in front of your face saying you had a tape all this long time.
Probably don't want his brother to find out all the stuff that he's been doing, because I feel like if his family finds out, then and they like, oh, you was posting our stuff, okay, bet, and that's when all of his mess is coming out. I want to see it, but at the same time, if it has Miss Wanda, if she has anything to do with it, I'm good.
For real. And also I say, what's up, relationship? I said, so what? She's a grown woman. What the relationship they had with each other? She said it was nothing sexual, so maybe it was more of a platonic relationship. It was good, a guy friend hanging out, girl guy hanging out, going out to eat, whatever. Maybe have a platonic relationship. It was nothing sexual, but not to the fault that they would make a sex tape. So I said, come on now, ridiculous.
And even if they did, it's their business.
Yeah, it's their business. They grown people. It's like, why? They just put it out there. It's just like, it's too much. And I couldn't care for Miss Wanda that segment. I was so done with her. I said, Miss Wanda, just shut up. You just say a bunch of nothing. And it was going off for no reason. And they brought Jaden out for the last minute about the champagne. I was like, wow, we could have had a segment with him talking about his experience. But we didn't have that. Hey.
I want to know what Jalen thinks about how his stepdad is doing his mother on this show. That's what I'm really interested in learning about. Like, does he really have a relationship with Maurice? Because it doesn't seem like it. And does he see the things that's happening and does he speak on it? How is that working? Because I feel like they doing mess. But I don't know how that works out with Jalen being in like the same building and basically making the whole restaurant work just off what they showed on TV.
Yes, he's doing a good job. So, especially with somebody with no experience. So, I don't know how he get that done, or whatever. But they better respect his name. In fact, he making y'all freaking business doing well. Sure. But that was that. So they said it will be a season 4. So that will lead to my last question of it. And then anything else we need to talk about that we probably missed. It was some stuff that happened about the picture and stuff. I'll show that out in a minute. What do you want to see for next season of Love and Marriage Huntsville?
I want to see Mel's journey as a mom and all her businesses. I want to see Kimmy and Maurice getting into a good, healthy relationship dynamic. I want to see uh, Destiny growing up a little bit more. Um, I want to see Lewis as a friend. Martell can go because he's annoying. And I'm pretty sure pretty soon, if he continues to stay on this show, um, he's going to have a breakdown and it's not going to end too well. Marcel is going to continue to be Marcel, and Tisha is going to continue to act like she's dumb.
Yes.
What I want to happen though with that whole dynamic is I want Tisha to either say I'm done with this, or I want him to be like, look, this is what it is. I'm done. I can't do this anymore, and keep it moving because it's obvious he does not like her, let alone love her.
Yes. Or not in love with her. He probably love her, but not in love with her. But he
I don't
still
even
should
think
know that.
I don't think the word love comes in contact with him and her unless it's like you have to love everybody to go to heaven. I think that's the only way that he has love for her.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, based off of her behavior, I kind of understand it.
He's like, I just can deal with her, and then your mom has that. I said, Chad, I can see why he's just old F with this one. I said, I can see why now, Marcel. Ah, people. All right. Let me block this person. Thank you. Now come in and join figure websites over here. What I would like to see next season, yes, I would like to see I said Gels. Melody journey of, like you said, mother raising boy 4 children and her businesses and stuff like that, and not get to the point that she let Martell get her angry. Everything how she's doing a thing and do with her, and then when she does do scenes that he's there because you know he's gonna be there, just ignore it and just do you, because that's what he wants. Martell, let's see what he's doing and stop following and chasing down your ex-wife and see what she's going on dates with. Because I was so pissed off by that too. I said, what you doing? You leaving a business meeting to do all that? Like that was very creepy, and that's very dangerous too. Because that could be the whole freaking snap kind of episode. We don't need to have that. And just do what you got to do. Whether the new baby, I'll go show the picture in a minute, y'all. The new baby's gonna be in the season or whatever, whatever. It don't have to be monitoring. It can be on everyone out there. He just had the baby in the scenes. We'll see if that's gonna be showed up. And just see what you're doing with your children. That's that. Kimmy and Maurice, I hope they're doing a better spot. I mean, I guess he turned a new leaf since that therapy. We'll see if that he continue on with that because you know he's just like his brother. And the whole lying about that, so whole Kimmy getting his foot and his neck on that. But to move on. Kimmy and Tisha dynamic, I know it'll be fractured, so we will see how they interact anymore. And if they're not, they won't see each other as much or interact with each other. So we'll see how that goes. Less of Miss Wanda, please, less of her. I don't want to see her. Tiffany, if she can't give much of her life, she can't just to be messy. Just sit down and just be quiet and let everybody do their mess. Destiny gives them all your storyline, or at least show us how the hot girl something you gonna give. Or that's everybody? Yes, I think that's everyone. And all that stuff. It's just a dynamic. It's just a dynamic. And we'll see. And what the hell happened to his dog anyway? What happened to that tall ass guy? Is figure lady. It's like bring him more. And something like that. You should have made him figure next castmate than Tiffany Lewis, but we'll see. But yes, y'all know Melody is releasing a new song called Side Chick Award, right? I said, okay, she is really capitalized. I said, let's capitalize your money. Hey, we all learned you got to capitalize your freaking story. Candy told us that. She's a headmistress of the school about that. So let me see. Let me get the share this. Hold up. Where's that? Bear with me, y'all. Let me get this. Says the. Oh, it got arrested. Oh, well, then he don't need to come back then. Bye bye. Even larger and even more. All right, so those of y'all who don't know, I mean, most of us probably do, but if y'all don't know, the baby on his lap is the 5th child, and that's the baby with Arion Curry, the side chick that he was messing with all this time. And it's a young, cute little young boy and everything. And I know people were saying that the kids don't seem like they are happy, but none of the kids is really smiling. So I guess that's what he wanted. He wanted none of the kids to smile and have a straight focus point. But it's kind of crazy that he posted this right when she announced that she had a new single. So I said, "Oh, you trying to outshine her freaking thunder, huh?" Like that pettiness. Like I said, it's his post. He can post it up there. I mean, yes, he got beautiful children. We all know all that stuff. And he got this young one. So I'm not gonna knock the baby because he's an innocent child. But my little boss baby's not on his lap either. I wish I had her right here. But how you feel about that when this picture got dropped?
I feel like he was stalking Mel. I feel like he did it on purpose, and I feel some type of way about why one baby is on your lap, but the other baby is not. I also think that the looks on the children's faces, but the way he introduced this child and the things that he's done is going to clearly hurt the youngest baby because his siblings are not here for him, and it's really sad.
Well, and let me see if I got the picture. I think I got the picture of. Wait, let me stop doing that real quick so I can get the picture together. Yeah, let me share this now. Oh yeah, it was the baby shirt. The baby got no shirt, right for real. Ooh. Everybody was all clothed up. The baby had no clothes. I guess the baby was hot. Hey JW, how you doing? I see you all day. Let me see. I know it's a small picture. Let me. So I said, okay, he tried to mimic. I mean, both pictures look nice and everything, but yes, I do agree with this children realizing that they had the sibling and everything. And oh, that's the whole thing I missed about that whole thing. We get back to that in a minute. The baby's looking like I'm just here, so I know get fired. They just doing a picture, and look how many the picture was so nice and they so happy because they all smile, especially now the young baby. Oh, she got a beautiful smile. That baby is all full of smiles. And now here they all just serious. I said, oh, why y'all so serious? Can y'all smile? Everything. So I guess that's what he wanted his kids to have, not to really smile in his picture and just be all straight face. But yes, it will play out, especially the oldest one, Montel Jr. and Mariah, right? That's the oldest one. And yeah, they'll see that. And I'm glad that callers told us that you need to tell your kids, or at least have to sit down. Maybe they probably did, and that's why he did this picture, or they probably at least showed, introduced the child with them soon. But you need to explain to them sooner or later. Probably now that he did it, because at the time of the reunion, probably he didn't do it. But at the time, like, oh, why can I see the background? All right. They didn't do that right. Yeah, he probably did introduce a child by now to his other siblings. But yeah, he should have just speak to that quickly because they are television. That's what we all say. What children is on, what children are on television and their parents on TV and they famous celebrity stuff like that. Well, the people on the show need to tell their children faster than waiting because they will find out from other people in school if they never had found out yet, or school and anything else. And that's why these reality TV parents need to understand that these children are affected just as much as you think that you protected them because now they're in the limelight and things will not be cut in secret. Why can I see the yellow light box under the motel chair and the light under? Y'all just so. So how do you feel about that segment when they talk about the he think that Melanie told the kids about the fifth child? I said no. And it's possible that Huntsville is a small area, a small town. So if she driving around and just saw that the kids saw Martell first before even Melanie even recognized who they were seeing, their daddy with another child, another child. Yeah, the daddy with another child and another lady. You would think they, even though people say that was a real reaction of the child saying that, but then I say that's a child. She was what she would think. She probably would think that her father would with someone else. How you feel about that segment?
I feel like he wants to blame Mel because he doesn't want to be responsible for his own actions. But I also think the oldest two have found out. I would be interested in knowing where the other child is going to school at, or if she's near the whole children, just to see like how those dynamics play out because a small town and like a secret like that does not say hidden at all. Yeah, and I think if anybody saw the kids, it's Martell's mama again. Like just the same way that she told them about the song, she told them about the baby.
I hear that for real. Yeah. So I think she's dropping the single next week. You know, I still haven't heard the other song, that Telltale Signs. I haven't heard that song yet. I meant to hear it, but I haven't. But I will. I will sooner or later. I will watch it and listen to the song. And her new song, Side Chick Award. I know she might be big. That Ariel Curry said, "Girl, you making a song out of it?" Yes, that's her money. She doesn't make money for her kids. She making money. And she capitalizing it. And she probably do well. So that was everything that we discussed. If anything else that was put out there in the universe that we want to talk about now before we get out of here. Let's see about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, like I said, it's a good journey, good vibe, up and down of the casts and stuff, and the friendship and the relationships, all that stuff. So Huntsville is more festival. Mel said that Mariah saw them at the West One and started crying and blaming on Mel stalking them. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that she was stalking him. It's like she wanted to go out and they driving around. They saw them. So I don't think it was a weird reaction that maybe would have that reaction. Sure. She's top 10 on iTunes. She doing well. So I think. So see if anything last. Huh?
I like Mel's first song was like a little bop. And yeah, I definitely think that she wasn't following them. I think Martell or Kosoff knew that that's the place that the kids like to go and knew there was a high likelihood of them seeing them, and to, you know, get the awkwardness over with, they went ahead and went out. But I don't think Martell is really thinking it through, especially dealing with somebody like Coleslaw, because that woman gets on her lives and talks so much mess about them and their mom that it's just like, when it's your turn to be with the kids, how are you protecting them from her? That's a question that I need answered that nobody seems to ask. Like, how are you protecting the children from this woman who has so much hate for their mother and for them?
Oh, well. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't. Yes, you might be good with your kids, but yeah, if you bash your mom and they gonna see that how you talked about their mom when they get older and stuff like that, that gonna be a serious damage. He needs to think before he act. He needs to think about things that he say about the mom of the children, and they both do. But at the same time, more of him because I don't think she really bashing him like that. She just going back how much how he treated her. But yeah, every second chance he get, he always downing the mother of his children. So yes, it was a post shared to me. Let me share this out, y'all, real quick, so you can see this recent post that he posted up. I guess he tried to do damage control, right? So we got Boss Baby. Yay! Look at this smell. I love it. Boss Baby, you have it honest, beautiful, smart, independent. You make it known to your siblings that you will not be left behind. Just know that I will forever have your back, and I will be here to navigate you through your toughest times because that's my duty as your father and because I love you. Last but not least, definitely not least, you have one of the greatest gifts, your mom. She is the best mom you could ask for. Make sure you learn all that you good or learn all the good stuff that she has to share because you will be a force. Happy birthday. That was nice. How you feel?
I wonder if this Sky Baby gonna get a nice little post like that too, because his
That,
birthday.
and this baby turning 2. Damn, time flies so fast. Sure.
Oh, but you know what we forgot?
Hmm.
The trap phone. How Mel said that he doesn't have her number. He has the trap phone number.
Oh, okay, yeah. She said
And you
yes.
saw
He
how
has the
upset he
trap
got
number.
by that?
Yes, he did. He definitely got upset because he don't have access to her main line. She said, "You a trap phone, and that's all you gonna get from me." All that stuff. As long as you got to communicate with her, right? Sure, you communicate enough to have your kids, so you don't need her main number. But that's to say he want his access. I said, no, she had to have a life. So no, you got the track phone. That's the track number you get.
He was really the look on his face was hilarious. He did not expect her to block him like that, and I had to clap for her. I was like, yes, Mel, cut him off to where he could only communicate with the kids, about the kids. He don't need no more access to you besides that. And I think that showed that she is really done with him. And I don't know if he can handle that.
Yes, because he's hoping that she will come back. And I said, no, it's a wrap. Stay with get with the chick that you cheated her with, but you're not with her now. So get somebody else. You said your next relationship, you would not cheat, you would not this. I said yada yada yada. Just shut up. But other than that, do what you got to do and build yourself up. You want that children's book, man? Hope that children's book do a good job. Get your money, so you get everything else that you need to get. But other than that, that's it. Now the side chick, Arion, need to stop being on lies. I know she ain't gonna stop, but the season's done. So hopefully we could just not hear from her for a long time until next season start coming up, until they start putting rumors out there about next season, what's going on. And I do want, I don't know, even though that person ain't gonna say nothing, but I do want somebody to bring around one of the more soul child chicks. He needs to stumble. I need to see something. He needs to something.
I maintain a few of them have been on camera already.
Oh, well. And he always like to, and then another thing about him, he always act like he's not bothered and he don't want to be paying attention to stuff like that. But you get to this spawn and you want to have this sermon speech on your freaking lives. If they irrelevant, why are you bringing light to it? Let her speak. I mean, yes, it's your post. I cannot tell you what you cannot post. But if y'all so not so bothered, why y'all responding? And all y'all saying this person's not relevant. She's not all that. She's not that important. But y'all all responding. So obviously she's important enough that y'all can keep responding about. And if there's nothing that she said that's truthful, why y'all giving her legs? So I need him to say that. And then Maurice gonna come out and say, "Oh, that's not me in the picture." I said, "Who is that? Who is that? It's a copycat? And who is that?" Like, come on now.
I mean, he can kind of get away with it because, you know, have you seen his brothers? They all look alike. Right? He could be like, "Yeah, that's my brother." Mm-hmm. Even though we all know it's a lie, but he could get away with that kind of.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's your boy. Sure, that's your boy. Unless I see the pictures of all his brothers, yes, you could have a look alike, but that's clearly him. For sure. You just got he was a little bit, bulky a little bit, but that was him.
It's a shame they got on this show and they really thought it wasn't gonna blow up.
I'm saying, if they gotta give something more, I would say, I don't know. If they maybe could add somebody else, I don't know. They gotta add some new fresh things to the show to make it a thing. It's gonna be a good time if we certain amount of Melody Martell. Yeah, we got it. They go divorce now, but we can't set them, even though they sent them the show. But if y'all not gonna show them in a separate light and not too much of arguing all the time, then that's gonna be time and people gonna get pissed off about that. So they need to do some more direction of the show. Her callers bring people in there and keep the show flowing. Yes, it's a center out of 6, but a 6 could be sprinkle some more people in there. Sure, it's not bad in Huntsville. It's a small world. Let's bring some more people in there. It's like that. But other than that, 2 more seasons would be good enough, right? 4 or 5.
I think they need a crossover. Carlos's other show, they need a crossover. I think if we got that crossover, it would be Miss Wanda would get what she needs to get that these girls won't give her, except for Kimmy. I think we would find out more about Marceau. And I think Tisha's whole little perfect facade would come crumbling down. And it would make for some interesting times.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Well, yeah, that was Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it was a good journey. Hopefully, I guess they working on season 4. They filming soon, and we'll give. And I hope somebody gives two interviews with these people and see what's coming up soon. Melody, I'm looking forward to hearing that song and see what it's about because we got clips of it. I said, "Oh, good, you read it." But other than that, more power to it. We got a little break. So next big journey of this thing. Make sure y'all follow. You catch me on Wednesday for the Real Housewife of Miami review. It's gonna talk about how I feel about the show and everything, and y'all probably give me insights of why the show got canceled in the first place, and all stuff. Because I just now watching it, so I didn't watch it when it first aired. So yeah, I might renew more about backstory. So that's gonna be more conversation on Wednesday. The link is up already, so y'all catch that. Monday the 27th. That's the next. Yeah, I think that's next week, right? Yeah, there's only 2 weeks left. Let's see. Oh yeah, next Monday. It's the whole scripted TV show. So binge watch and catch up on the shows, the 4 shows I told you about: Insecure, Games We Will Play, Queens, and all kinds of people. And catch them on that. And do that. Family Reunion, Love and Hip Hop. I will do a pre-recorded review. I ain't do that for a long time. Pre-record videos. I'm gonna try to do that Tuesday night and give y'all premiere video on 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and that's the hour before the live. So catch up, bear with me, all that's like that. Thank you all. If I don't see y'all, I see y'all on. Hope to see y'all Wednesday. A lot of y'all come back. If not, see y'all. I'll probably not be doing live next Sunday because it's a holiday Christmas weekend. People will be with family stuff. That's why I'm doing the live that Monday and everything. And if I don't do it, maybe I do it on watch along on Christmas on the 26th. if nobody doing anything. So that's it. Anything that needs to be said, any shows that's coming out that I'm excited for, see him and everything that I should look forward to and everything, or for the end of the year, resolutions.
I resolve to be nicer to people on Twitter when they're idiotic. Yeah, that's about it. But you know me, I'm a wrestling fan, so I watch all the wrestling. So y'all not into my world like that, even though it's just as much drama as these reality TV shows.
I love wrestling, but I think I got turned off of wrestling when they did a split. You know, I was religiously watching wrestling all until after that split of SmackDown War when they split them people apart. I said, "Oh no, I got downhill from there." I didn't like it anymore from there. Catfish is coming back January 5th. I think I posted a link. Yeah, I said it in the beginning of the live. It's coming January 5th. Thank you, Enable. How you doing? And it's all new episodes. It's followed by the premiere of Catfish UK. Catfish UK has been on for a while in UK, but it's the first time airing in America. So I'm not going to review that one because I want to see how that is. Because they see until me, people say it was garbage. So I gotta see. But I'm continue reviewing the American version.
I hope they don't bait and switch us like they did last time.
Mm-hmm.
Where they were like, "Oh, we got all these good episodes," and it was boring.
Oh, yes. Boring. I think they're going back to traveling. It's not the quarantine edition anymore. So I think that's what they say. It's going to be 10 episodes. So we'll see how it goes. Hope they go back to their roles and give us the thing and make it how it used to be, because it has been boring the last couple episodes, and I was dragging doing the reviews on that, but it's still been so that's stuff. So stay tuned for next year of all your series videos. It's gonna be starting next year. Yes, I'm gonna do live this Wednesday. I'm gonna do live next Monday, and after that next Monday, the following Sunday, the day after New Year's, and we're going live again. And we'll probably do a special live on New Year's resolutions and just have a little calm, chill moment. Have drinks, chit chat about anything about the holiday. So if I don't get to see a lot of y'all, Merry Christmas. Have a good holiday. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. There's no white Christmas in New York again. So it's going to be just a cold day. So enjoy yourself. Hope y'all eating good things, good presents, and catch y'all later. See y'all Wednesday. If y'all not around, Merry Christmas, and y'all see y'all on Monday. Okay? Power. I might do a watch along tonight for Power. I'm not sure. If so, y'all will see me on live. If not, then y'all catch me on Wednesday. Okay, thank you so much, all y'all who joined in. Renee, thank you, CM, always, for joining in with me. Tracy, JW, Auntie Momo, and then another person who was on Facebook who asked me questions in the beginning. I don't know why they stopped. Takola. I ain't telling him he can't keep responding. Just to keep to the show, right? Sure. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Then bye out with the outro. And everything, y'all can just always hit me up on social media. Y'all know I always respond there and everything. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out. All right, y'all. See y'all Wednesday for Real House of Miami. Catch us. We're going to talk about everything about that show. So catch me on Wednesday. What time is that? 8 o'clock. All right. And then at 7 o'clock, I'll do the premiere of Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. I hadn't thought about that. Okay. See y'all later. Peace.